Oh, bated breath. What's up, guys? We are live. Took a big breath there and realized I hadn't done something, and then I pressed it, but now we're live. So thank you very much for joining us, guys. It is awesome to be back doing another podcast. Feels like forever once again. Same story every time. It's almost scripted, but yeah, apologies. It's been a while, but we're back and very excited for this show. Getting to celebrate the 3,000 subscribers mark that we have passed recently. So thank you. From the bottom of my heart, so much for that, guys. It means the absolute world. Feels like it was on a little bit of a limbo zone for a while with a sub count, and then all of a sudden it started to just come up again. So I really appreciate all your support, guys. It's amazing. You're all legends, so thank you again from the bottom of my heart. But we're going to be celebrating that today with some cool chat about some indie games, as always. Gamescom highlights of what we've seen. There's been a lot of it, so we've seen bits and pieces, and there's been some cool stuff. ID Xbox 10-year anniversary, a little video drop recently. Really cool to see that. Have a little chat about how cool ID Xbox have been over the last 10 years. And also we're going to be doing a bit of some giveaways along the way as well, guys. So definitely be sure to hang out in that chat and make yourself known. And I'll add you to the giveaway wheel, old school styley, and we will pick you out. And we'll do some, like I say, game giveaways for this. Just to let you know that it will be Steam keys, so just bear that in mind. We've got a few different games to give away, like I say, and I'll let you know what they're going to be as we go through. But let's dive into the legends that are joining me today. I'm literally going to dive into those people right now. The first one is Judson, the legend, returning. How are you doing, bro? How have you been?
I'm very well, thank you, mate. It's great to be here on this very special occasion. Everyone in the chat, give it up. Very well deserved 3K celebration. This is absolutely fantastic. There are some Steam codes, like you said, giveaways. We've got a lot of content, a lot of chat. And every Steam code is Hollow Knight.
It's one of them is actually.
So, it's also awesome to be here, and really pleased we can do this. And again, we got Gamescom this week. You know, we got so much stuff to talk about. I've not been able to keep up with everything, but we're gonna have a damn good chat with the chat. And you two legends also, so let's go.
Awesome, bro. Thank you so much for the kind words, and I couldn't have done it without your awesome presence on the channel, as well as Luke as well, you know, bringing that awesome and giving the antics to the live shows that we've done. So thank you for being part of the 3K subs as well. Luke, bro, is back in the house, my partner in crime. I'm getting excited for Gamescom, for EGX, for all this Gamescom action. So yeah, I've been thinking about what we're going to be doing, Luke, when we get to the EGX goodness. But how are you doing it at the moment, bro?
Naughty.
Naughty. Not in that way. I mean, you know, that's off camera stuff, but you know.
yeah. We don't talk about that stuff.
Yeah. Love it.
No, I'm really good. I'm really good. Thank you. Yeah.
Good.
No, I'm also looking forward to EGX. Starting to soon be announcing more stuff for that, so that'll be cool.
Definitely.
And I feel like they're going to go pretty big this year, which would be nice.
Definitely. I agree.
So, yeah. And no, I'm good. It's been quite a good news week, obviously, with Gamescom and other bits and bobs. So there's been a lot of footage out there and announcements, etc. So, I'm looking forward to chatting.
Fantastic, buddy. Yeah, it's been, as always, a crazy amount of content dropped in these sorts of weeks, but you know, we do our best to keep up with things, and we're going to try and keep you guys in the chat in the know on the best of the indies that we've seen, etc. But let us know what you've seen as well in the chat. We'd love to know what you've been enjoying over Gamescom week and all that. But yeah, thank you very much for being here again, Luke. Lots of good times to look forward to, and thank you very much for being an amazing part of the channel as well to get to that 3K subs mark as well. Of course, it's all you and none of me, of course. I'm just the passenger.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Okay, guys. So yeah, we should probably get this. I think we'll do a little quick cheeky warm up actually, because I've been playing quite a few games lately actually. So I'd love to know what.
A little bit, mate.
Sorry, say again.
Just got some feedback from the chat. Can we boost Luke a little bit?
Boost Luke a little bit, okay.
Yeah, I boosted my gain a bit.
Oh, is that since they said that?
Help.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Cool, okay, you're sounding delightful now. I didn't think that was going to be
Lovely.
the case, actually. I thought it would be more judged that was a bit lower, but let us know further info, guys. We like that. That's very kind of you. Definitely want to make sure that the levels are spot on. So, yeah, thank you very much for that. And thank you very much to the Legend Stubbs Gaming in the house. Giving the old super chat action. I can see a new little thing they've added on here, which is a little heart to the super chat. Oh, that's nice. I'm just going to give that a little heart. But thank you. Yeah, very kind. That's really awesome of you, buddy. Congratulations, Mr. 3K. Well deserved, my friend. Thank you so much, Stubbs. That means the world. You're a legend, buddy. Now, you've been a massive supporter of the channel, so I really appreciate all you've done to support, as I say. We've got some amazing names in the chat. I'll tell you what, let's just shout out some of those and we'll go into a few of the games we've played in a second. I'll give you a bit of chance to remember them, guys. So we've got Scott joining us. Obviously, you've noticed he's not on the show today, unfortunately, but he's in the chat like a legend. We will miss you on the show, brother, but next time I'm sure you'll be back at it. Hope you're doing well. And also we've got Gij Keat in the chat there. Thank you very much for being here, saying love hearing about the indie stuff. I'll be stalking this podcast. We love that. We love people stalking us. That's great. Max is back in the house. Great to see you, buddy. Thank you for being here. The legend that is Meisuko as well. It is always a pleasure to see you in there, Meisuko. Thank you very much for being here and all your support up to this point. Basically a long time you've been supporting. We've got Rescue Squad Culp in the house as well. Thank you very much for being here. We've got Paul S in the house, and we have Stubbs Gaming, as I mentioned a minute ago, but we've got Fastback as well. One of the old regular sort of co-hosts on the channel way back when we first started the podcast, actually. So yeah, good to see you back in, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope our NLG is going really well. I know you've moved over to the other platform now, so I hope that's doing good for you. And I think that's about everyone for the moment, but thank you anyone else who's hanging out with us. You're all legendary. Blue Moon FC as well. Couldn't miss you, my friend. Thank you for being in the chat there. Like I say, get in that chat so I can account for your name and then add you to the prize draw thing. So then I'll be doing a first prize draw, probably not too far away, maybe after we've done the games that we've been playing, which, as I say, we should jump in straight away. Judzilla, bro, what have you been playing lately? Anything awesome?
Well, yes, but let me just make a quick point here. I think we can add everybody to the wheel of names.
Yes.
Except Scott, who's in the chat.
Oh yeah,
monkey,
cheating.
says he's eligible for free stuff. I don't think so, my friend, but it's a very good effort. I mean,
It's
well
a good
done.
try, isn't it? Yeah.
It really is. I mean, bless him. He couldn't even bother changing his name.
That's harsh talk, isn't it? That's Scott. You're going to be in there in a minute as like Budzilla or something like that.
Yeah, well, I've got many aliases. Anyway, let's go to the question. Yes.
Will of Death, Meisuko said. Will of Death for Scott, yeah. Or Game of Death.
And he's the only name on it. So this is what happens. We tend to ramble and go off. Well, it's my fault this time.
Apologies.
So. Anyway, yes, back to your question, mate. Back to your question. I unashamedly, you know, I'm a racing fan. There's been some bike racing games released, so I'm still obsessed with those.
Cool, man.
Not on the indie side. However, on the indie side, I'm very much obsessed with Fist still. It is quite a large game.
Yeah.
I was very surprised. There's lots of different mechanics in it, lots of weapons, lots of abilities and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's extensive. These new areas have just opened up, and it's starting to get really tricky as well, which is very challenging.
Yeah.
So that's been great fun playing that. And then the other one,
funny
of course,
you said, just before you move away from it, actually, I was going to say I started playing it as well. I think that was on your recommendation, wasn't it?
Yes,
yeah, I did enjoy it, actually. It was really nice. The only thing I felt about it, which could have been more, is it didn't feel as fresh as I'd like, but it's certainly really solid as a Metroidvania, and the combat is nice. Maybe it's just it takes a bit longer to open itself up, but you know, with so much competition out there, I'd say it's a really good game, but it's one of those things where we just get to be extra picky these days, don't we? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It is crazy, and I think like we've seen over the past week and just chatting, you know, pre-show, there's so much stuff, and honestly, apart from the other game I've been playing on Steam is Batora Lost Haven,
nice.
which I put a little bit more time to that, but I just haven't had the time. I downloaded Immortality.
Oh yes,
because Scott said that's coming out of Game Pass.
Oh, it's coming out soon, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the end of this month, isn't it? Yeah.
I think it's 1st of September.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely get onto that, buddy.
Yes,
Got to do
so
it.
I shall be getting that done for sure. But
Yeah.
honestly, I say Fist and Batora is probably my two favorites at the moment when I get time to do anything other than work. So
Yeah, nice. That's a good choice. So how far into Fist are you? Just as a sort of time, sort of quite a few hours in.
Yeah, probably at least 4 or 5 hours in now.
Cool, nice. Yeah.
I found
they gave you quite a lot of abilities quite early on because I played it for a few hours. Usually, like with Hollow Knight, you're playing it for like 20 hours before you get double jump or something. You know what I mean? Not quite that extent, but it's like quite kind in it gives you like dash and double jump like really early. I found, which was quite unusual for me. You know what I mean? For how it can
I don't
be
think it's a Hollow Knight size, but for that type of game, it's pretty big. It's got good dialogue all the way through it.
I like the takedowns. Yeah, the voiceover is good, and the characters are pretty cool actually. And what was it? The takedowns are really cool actually. I quite like that. And the boss battle was good. I've done about I think one or two boss battles. So I haven't done much in that game, but yeah, no, it's cool. It's good. It's a good game, man. Good game. So yeah, good stuff. And Luke, bro, what have you been up to games wise over the last sort of few weeks, or even a bit longer if you need to, because it's been a while since we've done the last podcast. Oh, see you gone. Lukey, bro.
I was on mute. Sorry.
Oh, it's all right. No worries.
I was on double mute. I was on mute on Discord and on the XLR as well.
Okay,
no,
cool.
I am here, but I can't remember what I've been playing. I've had a weird few weeks because I finished Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, cool.
And I've kind of been in this like lull where like I haven't known, what to play, or there's nothing massive that's grabbed me because like I'd like to play Baldur's Gate 3, for example, but I know that's almost too big right now for me to take on.
Right.
So I've kind of just been grazing here and there on different games. So actually playing a lot of different indie games on and off. So nice. I picked up a game called Turbo Overkill on Steam.
Yeah. I heard you talking about that on your other show the other day.
Yeah, which is really cool. So it's a kind of 90s inspired boomer shooter. But yeah, really cool, really fun. Runs really well. I've not played loads of it, but I have played a bit, and it's a cool game.
Is it a bit like oh god, I've forgotten the name of it now. Dead Link. Is it a bit like that?
A little bit, yeah. I think you'd really enjoy it actually because you're a big fan of Doom Eternal, weren't you?
Oh yeah, defo.
And this is kind of like an indie Doom Eternal in that it's like they've leaned heavily on the idea of movement in this game. So there's a lot of like different movement abilities. Weapons are very satisfying. And like in Doom Eternal, you know how like the kind of grapple is like the big focus of your movement, being able to sling about places. In this, they've gone a different direction, but equally as cool, which is that you can on PC, you can press shift to slide. And your character's like knee opens up and he's got like a chainsaw in his knee. But you can like slide and kill enemies, but the slide just lasts like forever. It just goes on and on and on.
Yeah,
you can slide like across an entire map, basically.
Love it.
But so it's like that. It's kind of a homage to like Duke Nukem and like Quake 2 and all these kind of boomer shooters in the 90s, but with a lot of modern kind of sensibility in terms of gameplay. So that's really, really cool.
Definitely.
And so I've been playing a bit of that. I've been playing we'll probably talk about these in a bit, but there were some demos that came up from the Future Game Show yesterday, which people can try on Steam now. So I played two of those. One was AK Axolotl.
Oh yeah. I wondered how to pronounce that before they told you how to pronounce it. I was like, what? That looks quite cool actually. It's a bit like Gungeon, isn't it, kind of thing?
Yeah, it's so when I played it, I was like, is this actually made by the devs?
Oh really?
The Gungeon? Because it's like the shooting mechanics and the kind of shooting sprites, like the bullet sprites, are so similar.
Right.
It isn't. But it is really fun, and it's like it's like a roguelite basically.
Okay,
Kind
cool.
of top down roguelite with guns and axolotl. So what more could you want?
Yeah, yeah, it looks pretty
so-
damn fun actually. Funny enough, I've been messaged about that game a million times, I have to admit. So I didn't know about that one. So I'm sin on me that maybe I should have realised it looked quite good when they were contacting me ages ago. But yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? But yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah.
So if you want to check that one out, then I can sort you out. Is it out already, that one, or is it? Yeah. Is it released?
No, I'd like. It's not. I don't know when it's coming out actually. That
Yeah,
one.
cool.
But yeah, they've got a demo up, so anybody can play. Go and try that.
Okay, nice. Yeah, cool.
On Steam, but yeah,
Awesome.
I think it's a cool game. Really, very humorous, I would say.
Sounds good. Yeah. So it's got a bit of comedy going for it. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, very much so.
Nice.
And then the other game I played is the one I can't remember the name. I can't remember the last bit. It's The Last something, and it's that kind of 2D Bloodborne inspired. We've seen it so many
The
shows
Last
before.
Faith.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I was
That's
really
right.
struggling with that.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah. The Last Faith.
There's the beta, isn't there?
Exactly, yeah. So that has a beta out. So I tried that. Again, really cool game. So it is heavily inspired by things like Bloodborne and Souls games. It's a bit blasphemous-esque, which probably put you off, Andy.
No.
But it's not as garish or as imagery heavy as blasphemous. So it's a bit more toned down. But yeah, it's really cool. It kind of reminds me of like a mix between like a Metroidvania style game and just a kind of Souls game as well. So it's again, people can go and check that one out because it's cool. It's fantastic art style. The combat, I'm not like too sure about the combat yet because it they've gone for the blasphemous 2D Souls style, but Blasphemous is really good at that. I feel like this one feels a little bit clunkier. Doesn't feel quite as responsive, but then again, it's just a beta. It's not out yet, so but everything else it's got going for it is really cool.
That's cool. There's also another game that got shown, which is that sort of Souls kind of look to it like The Last Faith and Blasphemous. We'll talk about that later though, because that was at one of the shows. We'll save that. It's probably the only good thing I did like it. Actually, one of the shows. So the opening night live. You probably know which one I'm talking about. I don't need to remind myself of the name later on, but if you probably know. But
I think I know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been playing basically, and I'm really disappointed actually because I was gonna go and pick up Fort Solace. Which, if you remember, which just came out. I think yesterday or the day before, but unfortunately, it's not been that well received.
No, it's mixed on Steam at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, so which is a real shame, and I think unfortunately for it as well, the pattern I noticed in the reviews was that the thing that really undermines it is the story's not very good, which kind of kills the game really because it's so story heavy.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was a real, because that looked so up my street, in terms of what it was doing and the cast and the thriller element looked really great. But so I may pick it up down the line, but I'm not.
That's a good idea.
Pick it up full price or anything.
Definitely, I think that would be worth still checking out. It does look stunning as well, doesn't it? I mean, obviously,
it does, and
it's worth finding out, for a cheaper price, isn't it?
Yes,
and good voice acting from two good performers in it and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, so. very much so. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a shame, though, isn't it? Because when you've got no good story there at the center of it, it can just fall apart like that. But yeah, it's a bit of a bummer.
Yeah, particularly when it's a game, so focused. It'd be like if Firewatch didn't have a great story, right?
Exactly.
Like the reason Firewatch is as amazing as it is because the story is so good and it lands so well. Whereas if you took that out, actually the fundamental gameplay is not really that good. It's not really that fun to play, but the story's the thing that keeps you hooked. So
exactly, 100%. Good stuff. Cool. I've been playing a few games lately. I think I'll just mention for once because I always forget. I've got the Xbox Series X, as you guys know. which sounds weird because everyone's like, "Well, haven't you got one already?" Or what?
Got one already?
Yeah, I haven't got one already. No, I'd been playing on PC for the last few years. Obviously, haven't really been playing on console at all. It was just I bought it as a backup basically, and I started to obviously play it a bit, and it's quite nice. I still prefer. I've realised why I prefer PC in a lot of ways, but in a lot of ways I've realised it's a really good machine, and for a console person, it's amazing. If you know what I mean.
No, I completely agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm primary console, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it does a great job. I've been playing a few games though on it. So one game actually that Luke should definitely check out, which talking about Turbo Overkill. If you haven't checked out Shadow Warrior 3 yet, which you obviously know everything about that game already, but have you played it yet at all?
No, I didn't. Again, I was put off by the review impressions when that hit first time. Yeah,
I'm really enjoying it actually. It's good.
Let me tell you. Let me just jump in here, gentlemen, because I've played and finished that game.
Go.
Right. Just get on it.
Yeah.
That's the end of it. Just get on it. It's stupid good. Fun. It's really, really good.
It is really well done actually in the comedy aspects, I think, as well.
Yeah. Oh, the comedy's incredible.
Yeah.
Such a good game. After playing Shadow Warrior 2, because I didn't play the first one, but played the second one, I'm like, right, I need the next one. And then when the first trailers came out, you're like, they've just turned everything up to 11 and gone crazy with it, and that's exactly what you need. So yeah, get on it, Luke. It's awesome, mate.
It is really good, and yeah, it feels good, like you were saying earlier with the traversal and stuff, where you move around in the game. Not quite as slick as Doom Eternal is, obviously, in that respect, but it's really good, to be honest with you. And you can see, obviously, the problem is it's so quite similar to Doom Eternal in the way they've done it, so you do compare it, but at the same time, don't get too caught up in that and just enjoy, because it is really well done, and there's some cool weapons, and yeah, it's just a blast.
Hey, there's only one thing you need to say, right? Doom Eternal, as amazing as it is, and I've played that, I've not finished it yet, but as cool as that is, it hasn't got Lo Wang in it.
It hasn't, no, and the comedy is just really fun. It's really good. Yeah, no, it kind of reminds me sort of something like if you haven't played Shadow Warrior, and this is probably a bad comparison, I'm not really a big Marvel kind of guy, but it's kind of reminds me like Deadpool or something like that. You know, the way he sort of jokes around and that, and and it also is awesome at combat in the same way. So that's what I think. It's quite cool if you like that sort of thing. But yeah, play it, Luke. I think you'll love it because all the sliding around and all the grappling hook and all that sort of thing, wall running. It's good fun. But yeah, I think you'd enjoy. So shout out to Fun Speculation in the chat. Great to see you, buddy. Thank you very much for being here. Anyone who's coming through, definitely, like I say, make yourself known in the chat. I'm adding your names to a list. We'll do some giveaways. And is the stream running okay? Because at my end, it looks like it's dead, basically. I don't know what's going on there, but everyone says it's running fine, so that's all good. But yeah, let me know if there is any issues with the stream, guys, because I don't know why it's not running well at my end. It's not saying.
I think you're just saying that so you don't have to give away all these.
Yeah, man, just pull the plug before it. Yeah,
that's really what's happening. It's Seiko's super chat as well. You have to scroll.
Oh, that's thank you very much. Sorry. Oh my god, I'm missing everyone's. Jesus Christ, I'm terrible at this. Okay, May Suko, so sorry, my friend. Thank you very much, Juds, for letting me know that. Reminded me, I did see it, and then I'm just all over the place trying to look at like 8 screens at once. It's not quite that many, but yeah, May Suko, legendary person who you are, my friend. Thank you so much for the kind words and awesome super chat. It's very kind of you, as I say. Love to see the success, Indy. Thank you very much for that, my friend, and you've been instrumental in helping support the channel to get to that, so really appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. I'm going to give you a little heart on that one. I don't really know what that's all about. It's a new little feature. Give it a little heart. I don't know if you can see that on your own, but and Fun Speculation, Mav in the house. It is great to see you back in, and thank you so much for the very kind super chat. What a legend you are. Congrats on 3K, bro. Proud of you. Huge accomplishment. That means a lot, buddy, coming from you. Thank you very much. I know you smashed through that a little while back. Well, a fair while back now. Actually, you're probably nearly at 4, I imagine, but you're doing amazing as well, bro. Keep up the good work, and yeah, let's do this. It's good fun. Keep up the old content goodness. Thank you so much for that kind super chat, bro. Okay, guys, so just a couple of other games I'll quickly mention. I have been playing, I think I mentioned Ghost Song previously, but I finished Ghost Song, the Metroidvania. That is an amazing game. Just play it if you like Metroidvania's Ghost Song. It's really cool, amazing atmosphere. Also played Fist, as I mentioned earlier. Tried out a little bit of Blue Fire, which is it was in the Games with Gold thing, wasn't it, the last one? And that I wasn't actually bowled over that, if I'm honest with you. It wasn't quite as great as I'd hoped. I did have a fear that I didn't think I would like it as much. Sorry to be negative for a little second there, but yeah, and also played a bit of Forza Horizon 5. Got to test out the machine, haven't you, if you know what I mean? And yeah, it ran pretty nicely.
Neon races, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm about to please you once again. Then I played Dirt Rally 2.0 last night as well, and that's awesome. But just don't play that when you're tired. That's one bit of advice I would give to everyone. You need every bit of concentration for it. I literally felt like I was driving my own car when you get tired when you're driving, you know what I mean? That's like, the minute you take your eyes off the road, you're off the cliff, basically, and that's not what happens in real life, but it can do. Anyway, it's getting dark.
This traffic and safety warning has been brought to you by
Yeah. Well,
a lunatic who drives off cliffs.
Yeah.
Talking about not driving off cliffs, but talking about driving and danger.
Yeah.
Are you going to talk about Pacific Rim later? Because that Pacific Rim.
Pacific Drive.
Oh, crying out loud! I'm working for
It's like forget the
Pacific
last
Drive.
word.
Thank you. Yes, that was in FSG that I didn't get.
We will
chance to watch
definitely
it.
do that. 100%. We'll
Awesome.
talk
I'll-
about Pacific Rim later and Pacific Drive if you
Perfect.
like.
Yeah. Well, let's leave that one for the next podcast.
Yeah.
No, perfect.
Yeah, no,
I'll shut
that'll
up and-
definitely. We'll do that on the old Gamescom chat. But cool. I'll do a little first giveaway here then. So yes, I'm not sure whether I should draw the giveaway and then let people decide which game they want, or say this game is the one you're winning, and then they draw and we draw it, and then that's the one they win. What do you reckon, guys? Got any ideas on that? Should we just do this is the game, and then then the next one this is the game?
I reckon draw it first, because if someone's already got the game,
That's the thing I was thinking. Yeah, so we'll draw it, and then I'll give you the choice of the games, kind of thing. If you've already got it, that's a good shout. Okay, so obviously the first person to win will get a choice of one of the 6 games. I'll just let you know which games are going to be given away, guys. They're all for Steam, remember. So Hollow Knight, of course, we had to give that away. Disco Elysium, very cool game. Haiku the Robot we're going to be giving away as well. A little Metroidvania goodness again. Ollie Ollie World, Backbone, and Omno. Cheeky little 6 games.
No. Whoever wins this, and not Scott obviously, but whoever does win,
You're making
and they
sure
have-
that.
I'm just making sure that dude isn't winning anything. And you haven't played Omno, please request Omno. It is absolutely awesome.
I love it.
That's all I was saying.
Good stuff. And if you've played all of them, we can always sort something else out, guys. Don't worry, it's not a problemo. We'll sort it out. And if you're not on Steam, I don't know, maybe I can even sort something else out anyway. But yeah, let's just do this before I procrastinate to death. Right, so I'm just trying to make sure I've got the right names on here. Let's go over to the little draw thing and then get this bad boy on the road. So anyone else who's watching this right now and you've not put your name in the chat, do so right now, and then I can make sure you're on the list.
Look at the love in the chat for Omno. I'll stall a bit while you.
Cheers,
I
buddy.
tell you, such a good game, and an end. I was quite surprised by the ending. I may or may not have wanted it to go a different way, but man, it was so good. Art style, playability, everything about it, music. Oh my god, the music's amazing. Yeah, so
Nice.
definitely get on.
Are we putting Untitled Games podcast in there?
Definitely not.
Congrats on the new show, by the way, guys. If you're carrying it on, it was a great show the other night, Scott and Luke. Just to let you know, I think you should carry it on. It's great. I think that might be it. Blizzmo isn't in the chat, is he? DeFloyd's in
I've
there.
not seen him.
Cool. So I feel like I should just put all the names that watch the channel in there, but can't do that really, I suppose. God, I'm procrastinating again.
Yeah, we were going to keep this podcast.
Yeah,
under
we
2
were.
hours, but,
Now it's just me doing this.
I mean, that's out the window straight away.
Smoke.
We all knew that was going to happen.
Smoke back. It's not in there. Blue FC. Just got GG Ski. I think that's it. I'm going to bring the screen up and let's see. Right, once we've got it set up though, and it'll be easier from there on out. Okay, giveaway screen. La bra. Do you like it? Okay, guys. So not up to your developer skills, I'm probably guessing. It is a free software.
Beauty, because pointing twice immediately. I've
Is
seen
he
that
great?
show.
Thank you. He's paid me for that. Anyone at right? Okay.
I've just ruined your chances of winning.
Tell me, guys, if I'm missing anyone or if I'm got anyone twice or anything like that. Or maybe I should give it one who's got a super chat twice. No, that's being paid basically, isn't it? Cool. Anyone missing? Do you think? Anyone? Let me know if your name's not on there. And is there anyone that's not actually here because this has been brought from last time? I think that is everyone, isn't it? Anyone just popped in? No, all good, all good, all good. Yeah, that's it, isn't it, guys? No one missing in that we've got in the chat that's not on that list?
Don't think so. I think the list is good.
Sir X-Men, we got him, yeah.
Oh, you've got Stubbs in there. We all know he doesn't play
Oh.
this game, so you better let's take him out.
Got rescue
Unless you're going to give him
squad.
Edith Finch again.
Go
you know.
Max. Yeah, it's only Edith Finch me with. I think that's everyone there. Let me know if you're not in there, though, guys. And yeah, but I'm going to draw it now. Let's do this. Bing. Let's go. Let's look at this technology. First one to win. Oh, God. That's what you've done, Chance.
Well,
to be honest, he deserves it, though. He does support a lot on this channel. Stubbs Gaming, you win the first one, buddy.
it was all planned. Really.
What a waste. What a...
Yeah, you have to play the game, Stubbs, just like, you know, and more than 30 minutes.
yeah. Oh, we need some actual screenshots of this.
Yeah. Okay, let me just remind you of the games, or you can just like we can message. Obviously, we do that anyway. So, but where's it gone? Bloody list. So you got Hollow Knight on there. You've already got that, I think. But Disco Elysium, Haiku the Robot, Ollie Ollie World, Backbone, or Omno, basically. And yeah, we can sort that out after, my friend. But yep, you've won that first one. And
Congrats,
yeah,
buddy.
congrats to Stubbsy Baby in the chat. We've got 5 more draws to do, so we should not do the next one now. Maybe should we do one more now? Maybe
Up to you, mate. We're on a roll. You've got the screen up.
I have.
Why not?
Yeah, let's do one more right now, guys. Okay, let's do this. I should have taken Stubbs out, shouldn't I? Are we doing people who win twice? Meisuko, go on. Oh, it's DeFloyd. He snuck in there. Nice one, DeFloyd. Meisuko almost had that one. Okay, if one of you guys would just mind taking these down for me, that'd be amazing. The winners of Stubbs, then DeFloyd. Thank you so much. I think
well done, DeFloyd. You've won a candlelit dinner with Indie Gamer at Burger King.
Yeah, unfortunately, the second draw was that, by the way. It wasn't a game. Cool. So we got those two. Actually, it does give me the results up there, so I shouldn't. I don't need to actually know if you don't want to, but if you do, that'll be even better. Okay, guys, so we'll do 2 for that one and we'll come back to the other 4 at some point. Moving on then to our first topic, guys. Thank you so much, everyone who's hanging out with us. As I say, if you do drop by, feel free to pop in the chat. That way we'll know to add you to the next draw. Okay, so let's see. Next topic, first topic, main topic, is going to be just a little one on the Idea Xbox 10-year celebration, basically. Just a thing to sort of say, pretty cool stuff. I'd recommend checking out this video, by the way. They dropped it yesterday, I think it was, or today. Yesterday, I think it was. Just to celebrate the initiative of Idea Xbox being 10-year anniversary and all they've grown, how they've grown over the years. Games like Cuphead and stuff like that, really showing, you know, Idea Xbox at its best, I suppose you could say, highlighting the games on the big stage and just nurturing the talent, I suppose. So yeah, it's basically a little one just to go over, or not go over, but just have a chat about the fact that where you think they are, I suppose you could say, Idea Xbox, because they've come a long way. Do you think there's anything they could do better? Do you think they're doing amazingly? How do you think Xbox in general are dealing with indie games? That kind of thing. A million questions at once kind of thing. But just an open topic around the Idea Xbox. I think personally they're doing a great job. I think there's some things they could do a little better maybe to make things a bit easier for indie developers to get onto the platform. But I think a good person to answer this firstly would be Judd, as he is a developer himself. How do you feel about Idea Xbox? I mean, maybe you can sort of put yourself in the shoes of a developer. Well, you are literally in the shoes of a developer because you are one. And see how you feel about an initiative like Idea Xbox, bro.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, 10 years of this program is brilliant. I didn't get a chance to watch this little thing, but I did notice in the description they paid out $4 billion over this, with
Right.
over 3,000 games shipped and 3,000 in active development right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. So many benefits to it. I have done some game development in the past, not just the
Nice.
work development I do.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Yeah, things like the opening up your console to be turned into developer mode, for example, and you can develop and deploy on your home console.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic idea. But just the support, again, we've seen different platform holders over the years kind of use indies as like a filler until their next AAA comes out. I think one company's been worse for that, but we don't want to start any wars in the chat. But I think this constant push and this constant highlighting of games is incredible. And like I said, 3,000 in development. I've not had a chance to catch up with everything this week, let alone 3,000 in development. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
I think the one thing they could probably do a little better is put a bit of a bigger spotlight on ID Xbox in their main showcase. However, the coverage they get now is absolutely fantastic already. I'm a massive supporter of initiatives like this. It's how, people that don't code. I can't remember who was asking about coding a game on Twitter the other day. It may or may not come back to me. It's not important. But stuff like this and the support you get, you can download the coding tools for free and all this. It's just a really good on ramp. So
Yeah.
I can't say enough good things about this kind of program. I would like to see more of this across, all the bigger companies as well, and startups and things like that. It's how we get the games that we love today, especially on the indie scene, that go on to create crazy. I mean, Fortnite apparently started as an idea at Xbox.
Oh, did it?
Cuphead. Yeah.
Nice. Didn't know that.
There's so many games that everybody knows and everybody loves, and they just keep coming. So yeah, I love it. The support is fantastic. So that's my general opinion without going
Yeah.
much further.
That's great. No, it's really good to get insight from a person who's actually perfect person to answer really as a developer. So yeah, it's really cool actually to have that, bro. Good stuff. Luke, bro, how do you feel about ID Xbox? It's always, we compare it often to, Steam being the indie heaven or whatever, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
ID Xbox doing their thing. How do you feel about them? Do you think they're doing well? 10 years celebration, and yeah, in general speaking, how do you think they're doing?
Yeah, no, I think pretty well. Yeah, I think it's been a good initiative over the last few years. It's produced some really cool. Well, it hasn't produced some really cool titles, but it's spotlighted many really, really cool titles. And clearly, I think it's a program that's appreciated by the indie dev community. And yes, it's not Steam, but that's a juggernaut all of its own that's been around for a long, long time. So I think in terms of their actual initiatives and their engagement with the indie development community, that's all fantastic. Where they fall down is any of their media stuff. Still, right? Any of the shows that they do are still really poor. They're a bit better now. They're getting there, although quite why they can't just copy Indie World. So I fundamentally still don't understand. But there we go.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I think overall really positive. As I say, they just need to work on that media stuff because it's just not very good.
Yeah, definitely. That's perfectly said. I think it's a shame that it's the one area where I think they're really lacking on that, and it's sort of a key area. It's like any game or any product of any kind needs good marketing in the end sense to sort of like get it out in the eyes of the people and all that. So they're doing all that hard work, and then that final part is sort of just lacking. And they probably feel like they're not like funding or publishing the game. Maybe that's the issue, that they don't want to put that money out there for it. But I don't know, might be something to that. But it just seems silly because it's games being showcased on the Xbox platform and stuff like that, isn't it? So, but yeah, no, they've definitely done a good job in my opinion. It's been a cool thing over the years seeing it grow and where it started and some of the games in the early days, and the stories that, like, clearly Studio MDHR are super grateful with everything it's done for them and stuff like that. There's been some really good stories that it's really helped games be right up there in on the spotlight, on the big stage and stuff like that, as you're seeing on the screen right now. But yeah, no, I think it's cool, and I think Xbox do a good job in comparison to consoles, if you see what I mean. And it's hard to compare it to a thing like Steam, because they make it so easy for indie developers just to get their game on there, and without constraint and stuff like that. But yeah, it's still nice to see some of these cool games which have come to the platform, and it's been pushed forward in that sense. But again, like you were all saying, really, it's we want to see that marketing side, don't we? Really want to see that just be the final part to that puzzle or whatever. But yeah,
I think they can take a step for sure, and I'd be interested to see what the next big push is. They've been doing this for a decade. Like I said, I focus on that 4 billion paid out. Every time Apple do a WWDC or something like that, they go, "We paid out $6 trillion to 6 people," and it's like, wow, that's impressive. Something like this, $4 billion is an enormous amount of money.
It's in royalties, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that the next step they need to, like you said, the marketing side of it, and my point about getting more of this push into the main showcases, and what Luke was saying as well. Why can't they do a better format like Nintendo and stuff like that? I think that's going to be coming, and I suspect there'll be some interesting partnerships coming up now as well. So
would be good. Definitely. It'd be great to see that. I think that would just be superb stuff, really. And it'd be a big piece to make an amazing thing. I mean, it is already great, and I can't get enough of seeing a video like this one. I really recommend you guys watch this video from the Idea Xbox team. This is the kind of thing they can produce good videos. You know what I mean? It's like this. If they can produce a video like this, they can produce games showcases. You know what I mean?
It's the one puzzle they've struggled to crack on the main showcase, which they pretty much got right this year, I think. But I think the Idea Xbox showcase.
That's quite a statement.
Well, I enjoyed it.
Right is a relative term.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you think that was actually the actual Xbox showcase was about right this year? Do you say? Is that right? Is that right? You said?
For me, yeah. Like Luke says, it's relative, isn't it? It's relative to what they've done before, and
exactly.
How bad it's been in the past. So
of course, absolutely, So you feel that there's more improvement can be done, sort of thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So hopefully they will. But yeah, still on the positive side of things, it's been really great, and like this part of the video shows, it's been pushing forward a lot of diversity from different cultures and stuff like that. This one being Raji, which I loved playing, finished this game. Obviously showcases Indian culture, and there's other ones from around the world and stuff like that. So all those kinds of things is really cool. Again, they speak really well with people in this video. I think they're really great, actually. So again, watch this video, guys. It's on the Xbox channel. It's about 10 minutes long, and they put it into great words. The way it does showcase, the smaller developers, and really set free that kind of creativity. And the thing about the indie games as well is that you're bringing a real focus on individuals' personal background, and bringing it into a game, rather than it being just sort of like a watered down mix of 1,000 people's experiences. And it's just again, that's getting into the deeper conversation about indie games, but it's also true of what they're doing and showcasing that. So it's cool. I love it. But how about you guys in the chat? Let us know how you feel about Xbox and how they're doing. Interesting thing about this showcase video as well is the last night did pop up in there just a second ago. I'm watching it as we're doing this. It's quite interesting that the last night is actually in that. So if you guys can remember the last night, that is the pixel art cyberpunk amazing looking game which we saw in 2017, I think it was, on the Xbox show.
I need that to come out.
That's crazy long time ago now. I think it was 2017. That seems so long now.
But it's funny looking at this particular video, the amount of titles, number one that you recognize, and number two you go, wow, that was through this program as well.
Exactly.
Some amazing stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So don't need to spend too much time on this. It's just kind of like I say, watch the video, guys, after the show, of course. Kidding, but obviously we'd appreciate that, and just enjoy a bit of a celebration from like the Artful Escape. They're just showing up there. I know we both like that game. But again, these cultures, isn't it? It's like this guy, I forget his name now, but he's Australian and he's a rock star and he's turned it into a game. Just love it. Yeah, in general. But yeah, they've done well, and I think they should be applauded. Chris Charla showing up on the video as well is cool, because obviously he's one of the founders and he's the top of ID Xbox. So yeah, of course he's going to be on there, but it's just interesting and very cool to watch him chat about it along with all these other great people. Like, I think that's Ron Gilbert, isn't it? The guy who made Monkey Island. Yeah, Ron Gilbert, there you go. He made Monkey Island and Thimbleweed Park. So yeah, some cool people in the video. And yeah, if you haven't checked out Thimbleweed Park, it's a cool game. It's if you like Monkey Island, it's a nice brought up to date, with voice acting and everything. But anyway, I'm rambling on a bit now, guys. Anything else you guys wanted to mention about ID Xbox? Any particular games you've loved, or just anything about it, or did you want to move forward?
I'm good to move forward. Daz has turned up in the chat.
Dazzy baby.
Sorry, Daz. Yeah, the giveaway had an 8:30 cut-off point, so you're right after that.
Exactly. I just thought he's right after the time, wouldn't he? No, we got more coming up. Yeah. He's like, that's probably heard the word giveaway in his sort of dreams, and he woke up. How about yourself, Luke? Did you want to mention anything else about it at all?
The showcase is a toss. Improve them.
Definitely.
That's it.
Definitely so. I agree.
Well, that's what you really think, though, Luke. Let's not.
Yeah.
Let's not mince words.
Cool. Okay, good stuff. So let's move on to the Gamescom sort of topic. We've got sort of a few games to chat about within the Gamescom sort of umbrella of topic, if you see what I mean. So there's been Future Game Show. There has been Opening Night Live. There has been a little mini showcase called Awesome Indies. And there's been a few games shown, which is pretty cool. I think actually what I might do, if Judd is prepared for this at the moment, we did have a conversation about it, so hopefully, is just pass it to Judd firstly. Just to mention a little bit about Opening Night Live, because I didn't actually get a chance to watch the show as it was. So don't worry if you don't want to go into too much detail, but I didn't get like a full show perspective of it. So if you got a little bit of a vibe for that, I did catch up on a few bits and pieces of what was in there. Not that I was enthralled by the actual Opening Night Live show. But yeah, Jazz, did you want to maybe have a little introduction on the Opening Night Live show maybe?
I will, absolutely.
Thank
you. I as you know, I didn't get to see Future Game Show, so we won't really turn it too hard on these.
That's it, yeah.
Opening Night Live, interesting. There's so much to talk about in this. Obviously, we're not going to go too much, into it, but there's a few things. So the pre-show actually had 11 games in it. And I think it had 5 indies, Streets of Rogue 2, Mandragora, which is I don't know if you got a video of that.
I have, yeah, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
Fantastic. That is one of my picks. 100. Oh, I've just smacked the mic again.
Celebrate.
Here we go. Little Nightmares 3, of course. What else was in there? Post Trauma. Have you seen that?
Post-trauma.
That's the horror one, isn't it? The kind of that I can't remember what that was announced on, but it was announced before that show.
We saw it together, didn't we, Luke? On one
we
show.
did.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, it's kind of the fixed camera, old style horror, isn't it? But visually very impressive.
Yeah.
Look, really, the only thing that threw me off about that is like the main character's face does not react to anything. So like,
maybe he's just really chilled.
I mean,
had a lot of Botox.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, there's like a bit where, like a genuinely creepy bit where he goes into this like toilet and he shines a light into a cubicle, and there's like a the Ring-esque womanly creature in there, and he's just literally like deadpan.
He's just like,
no
worries.
He's just like, no worries, how you doing?
That's a standard night out in Manchester.
That. We've all been there. That's the only thing about it just throws me off that a bit, but everything else about that game was really good.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool.
So that was good. What else did we have? We had Homeworld 3, RTS, and Blackbird. That's February 24. Post Trauma, if you are interested in that, that's in spring of 24. A lot of these are 24. Mandragora and Streets of Rogue 24. So
Yeah.
that was kind of like the pre-show with Kyle Bossman.
Oh, was it
He's
Kyle
a
Bossman who hosted
Marmite.
that?
Yeah,
That's
he's a
cool.
Marmite kind of
Yeah.
guy. If you can,
Yeah, he's
love him.
ex Easy Allies, isn't he? Or Game Trailers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
And then the main show. So I've got so many thoughts about this. Obviously, it was mainly a AAA show, but we can talk about different things. I think the opening was absolutely amazing. The Starfield live action trailer and the musical performance on the piano was just incredible. Obviously, for me, as someone that smacks a couple of instruments around now and then, it was just oh, it was so good, man. I was getting chills because I'm obviously looking forward to Starfield quite a lot. But then, so that aside, unless you guys have got any specific input, the next note I've written is just in capital letters, and it just says "idiot." The absolute bellend that jumped up on stage and was talking about GTA 6 in Jeff's ear.
Love it.
So I want to know, you two, what do you think about that incident? As Scott said in one of his tweets, someone is eventually going to end up getting hurt on these.
Yeah.
But what's your thoughts on it, Indy and Luke?
You go, Luke.
Yeah, well, I've abandoned my plans to do it at the Game Awards anyway. So 3 times in a row would be a bit too much, wouldn't it?
No, this is it, yeah. Be on the lookout for you now. There's a picture of you posted in Jeff's dressing room.
yeah. I just think it's just stupid, isn't it? I think for it to happen once is kind of like, that was bad, but it was also somewhat funny because you were like, well, okay, like that was really stupid. And the guy was kind of notorious for pranks of that, just kind of silly stuff. Not to justify what he's doing, but he was harmless, is my point. But as Scott said, and as other people have said, that has kind of set an unfortunate precedent where people think that it's okay just to run up on stage, seemingly. I don't like that at all, really. And especially this one, because Jeff genuinely looked very, like, the guy was like right up next to him. He was like kind of weirdly close. I think there was maybe 2 guys actually, because I watched this back the other day, and there's like another guy who jumps up, and then the security comes and they take them both. It's really disappointing, and unfortunately it means that I think probably next Game Awards they're going to have to change the stage or increase the security.
It's quite a low sort of stage, isn't it?
It's really low. I think the Game Awards one's a bit higher generally, but it's still not that high. They're gonna have to change that. And I felt as well with this one, when Todd Howard then came out, he genuinely looked a bit uncomfortable.
Right.
That may just be Todd, being uncomfortable in front of a big crowd, but he's presented stuff before and he seemed a lot more relaxed. So I
can imagine.
Yeah, and you don't want that because
he's teeny tiny as well. He might get squashed. Bless him.
Yeah, he was wearing a lovely watch though.
Was he? He always does have a quite nice watch.
Nice. Very good, Todd.
Did he have a brown leather jacket on this time or not?
He didn't. No, he didn't. He'd left that at home. He didn't need it. He doesn't need it anymore.
Just the watch and nothing else.
Just the watch.
Trousers were brown after the incident, but that's
I think they were. Yeah. But yeah, so it's just a bit sad, really, isn't it? And unfortunate. So hopefully they beef up security next time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's dodgy.
I
didn't actually watch that video, but I saw photos, like screenshots of the incident, as I said in the chat there, because Daz was trying to call me out because I just skipped the question.
He's allowed to. I'm allowed to skip FGS questions. He's allowed to. Like, I'm making a ruling. I mean, for me, honestly, like Stubb said, make the stage for sure. I'd put razor wire on the stage, right? Call me a little bit extreme.
Like
but
the
do you know what they actually
farm
do?
Wire as well.
And little mounted machine gun turrets. No. What they should actually do, right, and this is my serious suggestion, right? Obviously, in the UK, we do have an issue with football fans, soccer fans, if you're from America. And what happens when you run on the pitch or, punch a steward is you get banned for life from that club because they just look at your picture and go, right, why don't they have someone on the door when this knobhead tries to come in and says, sorry, mate, you're on the list of complete idiots that can't be trusted.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're not even allowed in. You're not even going to get close to the stage. You're not coming in. And then punch him.
Maybe then punch just for good measure.
Just annoyed me. It really
you can't forward legislate for people that you don't know.
No, that's true.
So like you can ban the idiots that have done it before, but that's what's to stop me coming in and
Yeah.
Well,
you see after one time though maybe you get black
that's
mark.
what stops me. Yeah, Jeff's not listening to this. He like
it's his favourite show.
How dare you?
Yeah.
It's a 3,000 subscriber special. Of course it is.
Jeff,
Come on, Jeff,
all
sort it
Jeff
out.
plays is Kojima games, so he won't even know what an indie is. So
Well, this time I would agree
difficult.
with that, yeah, because usually he does quite a good job of having a few indies on there, but I think it was a bit scarce this time, wasn't it? There was not that much
It was a
indie
bit
representation.
Yeah, not quite as much.
I was a bit
So
like,
moving on from idiots that need a good hiding, we're gonna
Okay.
get back into positive stuff here, of course, because that's what you like to do.
yeah,
The next game up was Little Nightmares 3. Funny
yeah,
enough, what we got on the screen here.
perfecto.
Yeah, looks absolutely fantastic. Interestingly enough, I've not played any of these games before.
Really?
But
Okay.
yeah,
I've played the first one and finished the first one.
I saw the second one. I'm like, I have to play that game. And then for some reason, you know what it's like, the amount of stuff going on. I've never got to it. But
Yeah.
just look at this, and people in the chat as well. What do you think of this trailer? What do you think of the way this game looks? Co-op online. It just looks incredible, and I will be picking this up. When does it come out? 2024 again.
Yep.
Yeah, Supermassive Games, very safe pair of hands. What was your thoughts on these?
Who? Sorry again. So who is it? Did you say?
Supermassive.
Supermassive now.
Yeah.
It wasn't before, was it?
No, it's transferred.
It was something else. I got the name, but Supermassive Games. Who'd they make again? What did they make again?
Like Until Dawn, The Quarry.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, because I only played the first game, and then the second one I didn't play because see if you can guess one reason why I didn't play the second game quite as,
Too grotesque.
No, outrageous! I wasn't expecting that. I should have though. No, it was because it's because they were bought up.
Oh yeah, of course they were.
Yeah, that's why I was like, well, I know if they're not going to be indie anymore, then I might play it.
The standards on this guy playing Doom Eternal, and then he's
a whiff of a budget and he's out of
Yep,
it.
no budget's allowed.
He's just got that stench on it now. It's like, no, I've had enough.
Yeah, totally. No, I've got it. I think I've got it. Yeah, but I will play it. But it's not one I like. Will be like, yeah, let's get on this, man. You know what I mean? Because I did really love the first game. I would have been like that probably if they'd have just kept it low. Like I say, that's why Team Cherry are so great. They're keeping it the same size. Keeping that that beautiful taste of what the first game was. Right, this one they just get a bit of money and they're like, well, let's go and spend all our money on loads of people. But anyway, yeah, no, I'm sure it's really good. No, it's cool. It's cool to see. Obviously, when a game gets to number 3, you start thinking, yeah, it's definitely gone AAA now.
It looks beautiful. I'm very much looking forward to this. So.
Will that happen to the sequel to Silksong then?
No, not necessarily. Yeah, I'm just making up bullshit.
So you're excited about Silksong, but when it comes out that it's a Ubisoft open world game,
that's gone then.
You'll be so disappointed.
That's why it got delayed. It got a new publisher. It's gone.
Yeah,
got a new Assassin's
Creed. $200 million investment.
Yeah,
it's going to be an open world.
Outrageous.
Ubisoft
thumbs
game.
down to that then. Because I mean, going back to the point of I love the jokes by the way, but just going back to that because you probably made me think of it. This showcase just made me. It was really like wishy-washy. I thought this was there was a lot of. I mean, to be honest, in there for me, Tekken 8. I think that was in there because I didn't watch it as a showcase, and also Mortal Kombat 1. Hell yeah, both of those. But like, you know what I mean? It's like.
Well, hold on a minute. If you didn't see
I
the
know. Yeah, it's wishy-washy because of these sort of like generic games. Like, Mortal Kombat knows what it is, and so does Tekken 8, if you know what I mean.
I don't know, Luke. I'm starting to lose faith in
I only make exceptions for some AAA games, like Doom, Dead Space, even though I've not played the remake quite yet. I'm waiting for it to go down a bit because I know it will, and it already has some. But yeah, there's certain ones, if they had a BioShock remake, I would 100% make exception. Yeah, Forza, exactly. But yeah, no, games like Ubisoft games, it's not going to be done. We're definitely drifting off majorly now.
Let me save you. Let me pull it back on track again here.
Yeah.
So, getting back to the show. So then we had a bunch of AAA. So Black Myth, Wukong, Killing Floor 3, Age of Empires 4, Crimson Desert, Payday 3, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Tekken 8, like you said.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 showed well. Bit of a guilty pleasure. Then the next indie is Nightingale.
Oh yeah,
from Inflection Games, and I haven't got a release date on that. I do apologize.
I haven't got a trailer on that either. I'm afraid, useless.
Oh, I could get you one, but did you?
Probably.
Did you? I'll tell you what. Let's stall and ask Luke. What did you think of Nightingale? If you remember it from the show, Luke.
Yeah,
Good. It's a must buy.
The thing is that actually, I really love the setting of this. The art style is really nice. I think visually it looks really cool. But then the words multiplayer survival game just literally just turn me off completely. I'm just not interested in that at all. And I feel almost like it's a bit wasted, the setting. I know it's not, because like it may be a great game and people may enjoy it, but for me it's a bit wasted. So that's sorry to come down on the game, but it's just that genre just doesn't do anything for me at all.
Absolutely fine. Like a lot of things, gaming taste and that are subjective. I was really impressed with this, and I'm not a builder type person, and there is like sort of FPS kind of stuff in it, an open world. I'm not a builder guy really, that's why I didn't get on with Grounded. But this one looked really good visually. I think it was pretty stunning as well, to be honest with you. It gave me a few different vibes, a few different games, but one to look out for if that's your type of game, chat. So have a look at that one.
Yeah, I don't think it's massively my type either, if I'm honest.
Okay.
Sorry. I don't mean to but Judd's just like, I'm quitting.
I was giving up on it.
Judd's always bringing the show down, man.
Yeah, bringing up these games they showed, and
yeah.
Right.
Cool.
So let's move on swiftly from that. Next group of games. Granblue Fantasy Relink. Whatever. Immortals of Avium. And then we had the Ho team, or whatever they're called, with Zenless Zone Zero, Honkai Star Rail, and Genshin Impact. I've not got any interest in any of those.
No.
Guys, no. Good. Lords of the Fallen, coming out 13th of October.
Looks
and
good.
Sonic Superstars.
Yeah. What Superstars, sorry?
Sonic Superstars. And
is that the one that looks retro, that's modern? Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool, actually.
And then they're also doing a Final Horizon update for Sonic Frontiers DLC, First Ascendant, then the next indie game, Under the Waves from Parallel Studios.
Oh yeah, that's coming out on the 29th, I think.
You know what? I've done it again. I've not got my date.
I think it is, because it was in my video.
It's 29th. It's the 29th. Yep.
Yeah, it looks amazing, that game. I was tempted to reach out to them, but it's just time and that to try and do a review on it, but.
What I liked about this is the setting's obviously incredible.
Yeah.
And the exploration, but it's also telling a story. This guy dealing with grief and talking to his missus and all. It just looks like a whole package.
It's very psychological, isn't it? It's very interesting. It looks like it's got a lot of depth to it and nuance.
Absolutely.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. The next is Fort Solace, which we briefly spoke about earlier. PS5 and Steam, out now. This one I do want to have a look at. I've not seen any reviews on it.
Were you there when Luke was mentioning that earlier? I don't think you were, actually, were you? Just pre-show, we were talking about that a little bit, I think.
Yes.
Oh, you were there. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd like you two, or Luke, or whoever, to expound on this game.
Yeah.
Because I think you've got a better perspective than me.
I think it's
Yeah.
a game I was just going to say it's a game we're both
No, go.
excited for, and
Yeah.
maybe the reviews have slightly worried us, even though it looks pretty cool. But yeah, the story is at the heart of it, and it needs to be a good story. But Luke, you elaborate on that.
Yeah, I think I was really excited for this because it's looks amazing visually, and it's story heavy, narrative led game. Great cast. It's got Troy Baker and Roger Clark as well. So really really cool. But unfortunately, the reviews have been quite middling for this, and the main criticism has been of its story, which is just fatal for this type of game.
Yeah.
Because if the story isn't good, then the game won't hit, because it's not, it's mechanically, it's not exactly a super fun game or anything. And that's what kind of reviews generally were saying. As always, you go and try it, because you may have a different view, but it's not come out to a great reception.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Because, like you say, the problem with that is it's not something you patch out or something, is it? Really, you know what I mean? To make it better down the line, story is the key part of the game. It's like saying shooting mechanics are broken, I suppose, in a first person shooter or something. If you know what I mean? So it's a bit of a bummer.
Right, moving swiftly on, gentlemen.
There was
try and keep.
Have you mentioned Black Myth at the moment? That was in the show, wasn't it?
Yeah, he mentioned it earlier.
Oh, sorry, I missed you saying that, because actually I've got a trailer for that if you wanted to, and that's the game where I'm trying to determine whether it's indie or not. Not that, yeah, because I literally cannot work these people out, but it looks amazing.
Yeah, I had the same thought earlier. That's why I didn't really dwell on it. It was the third game shown in the showcase. It looks absolutely stunning.
Yeah, it does.
This is how I play guitar, by the way, with no head.
Is it?
Yeah.
It looks so cool. I love all this sort of this culture and everything, and obviously doing martial arts over the years, it's up my street in that regard. But yeah, like was I going to say, they are independently developing it, as in they are publishing it themselves, I believe. So
yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, so it's pretty damn cool.
It just has a big budget, I think. I think like they may have got some significant funding from various investors.
Yeah, exactly.
Not publishers, but probably some Chinese grants as well.
Definitely,
and the it's a like I thought this they had actually had hands-on previews of this, and I was really skeptical when I first saw it, because it didn't look like, in fact Fimbers just said it looked a bit vaporware-ish.
Right.
It looked like, that's too good looking to be a real product. And then people had hands-on, and you can see the hands-on videos, and it looks exactly like it did. Yeah, which is pleasantly surprising. So I don't know whether the final game will turn out to be good, but I think it looks super cool.
I think it looks amazing.
I think, to be fair though, Luke, you just mentioned the investment and publishing and all this. So to hold indie to his own standards, he's not allowed to be excited for it anymore. So
it's got a budget, hasn't it? So
it's got a budget now. Yeah, sorry.
Well, no, that still counts.
There's no
that's like
now.
You can't. That means so many games. That means you'd be discounting things like Spiritfarer. Literally every game who's ever had Kowloon Knights invest in the
rules, pal. We didn't make the rules. We're just trying to enforce some standards here.
Yeah, I mean, you only get a bedroom developer who's made it in a game jam or something like that.
Yeah,
exactly.
If anything, that disqualifies like Silksong. So I don't know what we're doing here, to be honest.
Yeah, well, it depends if they've had any investment, which they might have. I don't know.
Yeah.
Although that did start out of a game jam, the original one did anyway. But but obviously, we have to make. It's a tricky thing to determine these days, and you have to make allowances. I think
we'll let that one pass.
This one kind of feels like it's a bit like almost bloody, I forgot the name of it, like Plague's Tale or something, isn't it? Sort of.
Yeah.
It's that sort of realm, if you know what I mean.
I love Plague's Tale. Finished them both. Beautiful games.
Nice.
Good fun. Yeah. Anyway,
cool.
Moving on.
Sorry,
Let's move on, gentlemen. So the next games in the lineup. So we've got Expeditions, Mud Runner Game 24, Crew Motorfest, which I'm a racing guy, so I might have to pick this up. They say it's basically the Crew Horizon, Forza Horizon. 14th September 23, so that's not too long. Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty DLC, which comes out at the end of September. The next indie game we got to talk about is from our friends at Frost Giant Studios. Like they're our mates, you know. Why did I say it like that? Our good friends of the show, Frost Giant Studios.
Yeah.
Stormgate.
Stormgate. I don't
Sci-fi
even know
real-time
it.
strategy.
I
Yeah.
don't know it, actually, if I'm honest. Strategy usually turns me off, though, if I'm honest, as well. So,
Yeah, I'm not a big RTS guy, honestly.
yeah.
But from
No
my
worries.
memory, it looked pretty good.
It looked good at it. Yeah. I don't know, it had to take quite a bit. I mean, it takes quite a bit to get me back into that. I think it would. But Luke, anything from you on that one?
No. Yeah, I think I'm probably the same as you. I think
Yeah.
unless it's, to be honest, unless it's like old Warcraft or a new Starcraft or a
Yeah.
Command and Conquer.
I was about
I'm
to
not
say,
really
anything would
interested in the
probably
genre. Yeah.
get me back as a new Command and Conquer, which would be like relive the
Yeah.
old days, and I'll probably realise actually
Yeah.
I'm probably not still
Yeah, you'd
into
be
it.
like, this is shit, actually.
But, yeah, no, I mean, is there any other indies in there, Judsy baby, that we will speak about, or is it
There are.
There are, nice.
I'll tell you what, I will just round off the other games and then go back to the indies and we can do on it. So the other games we're not interested in talking about, as far as I'm aware. Marvel Snap, Armored Core 6, Warhaven, Mortal Kombat 1, we are interested in that. Our History Untold,
Definite.
Diablo 4's got a new season coming out, and Alan Wake 2 rounded off the show. Indies, going back, we have Lost Epoch from 11th Hour Games. The Rune of Power update will arrive on 7th of September. Now, do you guys know anything about that? I've got the trailer.
Which game is this?
Lost Epoch.
Oh, is that the? Wasn't it a patch trailer or something? It was the ARPG, wasn't it? The Diablo style game. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's okay.
Looks very impressive, but I think it's going to struggle with Diablo 4 being out.
And Path of Exile 2 as well.
Yeah, 2 more indies at the show. The second to last was Dustborn.
Oh, that's quite cool, actually.
Yeah, that looks quite cool.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Very interesting concept. I was really interested at the beginning when they showed, the intro to it. Alternate America, and then it started you get to the 4 guys in the car, and I was like, oh wow, this is just really like a bunch of millennials moaning about price of, I don't know, eggs. No idea.
Price of eggs.
I was trying to think of something funny.
That's my people as well. I like eggs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eggs, yeah.
I love my eggs.
That's what I was referring to. Eggs.
All right, they're moaning about the cost of wicker baskets.
Yeah, the egg community.
The egg community's up in arms, marching on London. But honestly, having looked at, the gameplay looks pretty good. The story looks really good. If you take out the millennials, I can deal with that.
Yeah,
it does look very nice. Great art style. And then lastly,
actually, I'm officially a millennial, by the way, just to let you know, just scraping in there.
All right, so everybody in the chat, it's been great being on this show. I'm being forced out. It's my last show. So.
I found that out through Randall 4 actually, because he was saying he is just about a while back, and I'm a little bit younger than he is, very slightly.
No, I get the message loud and clear.
No, just your one as well, are you?
Yeah, I'm definitely millennial as well, for sure.
Of course, we're the millennial squad. Whatever that means.
Lastly on this, before I hand back over to our host, thank goodness you're here. Now,
is that the travel program in the UK? Oh, that's wish you were here
with Judith Chalmers. Oh wow, that takes you back. Jeez. Thank goodness you're here. Yes. Good. So I don't know exactly how to describe this.
Yeah.
Trailer, quintessentially British with this. You've got to. I don't know how to describe it. I honestly don't.
Sorry.
Do you know
you're up against it about my trailers? Sorry about
that. No, it's all good. I'm trying to think of the art style. It's like an 80s cartoon kind of art style, and it doesn't really show you too much about what you're doing in the game.
Yeah.
But there's this music that's playing alongside it as well. All I'm going to say on this is go look it up. I can probably put the trailer in the chat actually to watch after we finish, of course. Go look it up and see what you think. I don't
Yeah.
think it's for me, but it's very different. So,
Yeah, I thought the art style looked a bit like and maybe this is something they're going for, but it looked like like the Beano comics.
mm,
It was kind of on that line, but a bit modernized. I thought that's what it was kind of it's weird. It's a weird
yeah,
weird game.
yeah,
But it looked quite different, which is cool.
Nice.
absolutely. So
Sounds
that
good.
was the show. There's
Yeah.
a link for everybody afterwards if you want to go and watch that or watch it
Cool.
in silence. It's very strange.
Yeah. So as a whole, though, just a quick recap, not recap, but like a roundup. Did you think it was a good show? Did you? I mean, don't if you
I
enjoyed it for the AAA games, that's fine, kind of thing. Obviously, because there were some good ones, and Mortal Kombat 1 is I'm very excited for and stuff like that. So yeah. What did you think?
yeah. For me, there was a few AAAs in there that I'm looking forward to. I just like seeing these kind of shows. I like, celebrating games and seeing these things,
Mm,
the E3 of gaming, all that. So it's fun to see it as a show. It's a Jeff Keighley show. So there was what I didn't list was Zack Snyder was on stage talking about his new movie on Netflix, which actually
right.
looks really good, by the way.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of cosplays up there, which was really weird.
Right.
They were just standing around talking to the German host. I wasn't actually listening to what they were saying at that point, funnily enough. But yeah, it was kind of what you'd expect. Good start, good end, and needed more indies. But I think
Yeah.
we discussed before about Jeff's
Yeah. Yeah. It's a bit of a shame.
preferences.
How about yourself, Luke? Did you watch it at all, or?
Yeah, I did. I watched all
Yeah.
of
Cool.
it,
Okay. Great.
including the pre-show. Yeah. No, I liked it a lot actually. I think Jeff said beforehand that it this is kind of what you're getting essentially. They had pre-announced a lot of it. Luckily, I guess for me, a lot of the stuff that they were showing was stuff that I'm really, really looking forward to. So, I'm not even a big fighting game fan, but I'm really looking forward to Mortal Kombat.
Nice.
Alan Wake 2 is probably like my most anticipated game this year. So that looks incredible. Also, for anybody who doesn't know, they've released like 15 minutes of gameplay of that now. It looks absolutely unbelievably good. So go and check that out. Little AAA plug there. Yeah, I think like they could have done more indie stuff, but I feel like they're kind of a bit hamstrung sometimes by Gamescom. Like it's a specific type of show for a specific audience almost. It's not like the Game Awards or Summer Games Fest where you tend to have a lot bigger variety of games. So I don't begrudge the lack of indie presence too much on this show because it's never been that indie heavy. But you still got some good stuff like Little Nightmares Free, which isn't strictly indie, but it's kind of that sensibility. So yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good show.
Cool. Nice. Yeah, I think when I think about it, I know I didn't watch it as a whole, so it's hard for me to really give a proper opinion on it. But I do think I felt like a lot of the games were a bit like wishy-washy, as I say, but there were some definite standouts which I'm really looking forward to. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll move on from there. I won't go into too much because I feel a bit hypocritical speaking about how a show was as a whole, if you know what I mean. I can say what games I feel there should have been more of. Obviously, like more indies would be good, just even if it was like 3 or 4 nice juicy ones coming in there, which would be good. I think that was what Jeff does. But yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll move over to the future game show quickly because we're going to got quite a lot to get through still. We're going to try and do a little Q&A at the end, by the way, guys. So if you've got any questions for us, definitely concoct them in your mind right now and prepare them for when we'll do a little Q&A at the last stretch of the show. We've got more giveaways to do as well, which actually I think I might just do one right now before we do the future game show. We've got it all set up anyway, so I've added you all to the Wheel of Doom.
You got some new joiners. Did you add Goat?
Yeah, I've got GoForce. Was there anyone else? Or I've got Dazzy Baby on there.
Yeah, we're leaving him off. We agreed. That
Yeah.
You didn't bring me in there, right?
Sorry, who else is it?
You got me in there.
Got you on there, yeah. Still Luke in there. Cool, that's it. Okay, let's fire over a few of them right now. Okay, so how many did I do before? I did 2 before, didn't I? So yeah, let's do one right now, guys. Let's bring it on. Good luck, guys. Hope you win. This is for a Steam key giveaway, by the way, of a chosen game of the remaining few. Nice. Rescue Squad Co-op. That's awesome. Congratulations, Rescue Squad. You have won, and like I say, you can choose from the games that we've got. I will ask each individual in the order that they've won, if that makes sense, for them to take the pick. Already. Sorry, wait, say again.
Stubbsy's picked Omno.
Has he really? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Okay, cool. So if you know the games, then you can pick them. But probably I'll ask you in the order to choose. Anyway, guys, after the show, obviously, be sure to be following me on Twitter. Maybe hit me up there, which is indie_gamer_01, which is in the links in the description below. So yeah, we can chat in the Twitter, or as it's now known, X DMs, to discuss that. But if you're not on Twitter, let me know here in this chat and we'll arrange something else. But yeah, so far we've got Stubbs Gaming's won, we've got Defloyd who's won second, and then Rescue Squad Culp has won third. So congrats to all three guys. We've got 3 more giveaways to do. Let's do one more right now, actually, while we're at it, and then we'll have 2 more at the end. Okay, so best of luck, everyone. Let's do this.
Good luck.
Gotta love the sound effect.
Want me to grab me guitar?
Yeah. And it's, how do we pronounce that, guys, do you think? Just out of interest. I'm probably doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Jigskeet.
I think that's really the worst pronunciation I've heard of.
Jigskeet. I reckon Luke's got it. Jigskeet, congratulations, you have won the next one. That is awesome. So what I do as well, guys, I'm taking you out as you win, obviously, to make it fair, so as many people as possible can win. So Jigskeet now has won, and Rescue Squad Culp has won. Congratulations, guys. Steam key coming your way. I've just messed that up big time. Lucky you can go back. No, I've done it again. God's sakes. This is doing it left-handed as well, yeah. I'm not left-handed.
I don't want to know.
You kinky bugger.
Indy, do you ever do prospective giveaways, as in a game that's not out yet? Can we do that?
No, I've never done that actually. Yeah, but we could do.
But we could do it.
We could do it.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm feeling generous, and people have been really good in the chat. So maybe we do a giveaway at the end.
Yeah.
And let's do. I'll tell you what. This may not come to console for a while, so it may just be a PC key, or people can choose. But let's give away Hades 2.
Oh, nice.
So,
I like that.
A little treat. So
that's very kind of you.
If you want a PC key, yeah. Well, I'm great. If you want a PC key,
bask in my glory.
If you want a PC key when it comes to early access, then you can have that. And if not, if you don't have a PC or you don't want it on PC, we will make a promise to give you a key on console.
When it's 1.0 on console, kind of thing. Yeah. Sounds
That's
very
just
kind.
Created 15 new
Amazing. Dazzy's in it now. Yeah. He's just like, get all my other backups. Yeah. Get all my other aliases in there. Amazing. Thanks, Luke. But that's very kind of you. We'll do that one at the end, guys. So we'll have 3 to draw at the end.
I'm going to skim off these super chats anyway, so that'll cover them. I'm not, by the way.
Yeah, I'll be paying you when we get to EGX.
yeah.
It'll be like 10p or something because of the amount they take away.
You, but not in a currency you're familiar with.
Yeah, that's why we wanted to get the hotel together, you know, so I could sneak in at night.
What, you guys are in a triple room already, so you're enough fun to go.
Amazing. That's very kind of you, Luke. Thank you very much, and congrats to everyone who's won so far. Like I say, so that means we'll have 3. We'll do at the end. We'll get back on with the last part of it. So we're going back to Future Games Show now. So yeah, I've got a few things here that I saw at a Future Games Show. It was a pretty good show. If you didn't see it, guys, check it out. Where is the actual Future Games Show stream? Let's check that. Sorry, guys. So the Future Games Show had quite a lot of good stuff. It was packed full as always. A lot of indie goodness in there, and I thought it was quite a good show. I think I watched like 75% of it, I would say. And the presentation of it, even though they had great talent presenting it, was super cringy, unfortunately. You know, they got Troy Baker. You'd think it would be quite classy, but it was actually very cringy. But that's a shame. But there we go. It usually is the way, isn't it? But yeah, sorry.
The one we did, sorry, buddy. The one we did in June, July, and I had exactly the same feedback. Was it the PC Gamer Show with those?
Oh yeah, was that the one
And
with
it was,
the PC gaming show is usually hosted by the bloke and the curly hair girl?
yeah, it was because Foxy was on with us, and she was going mental over the Laura. She's a voice.
Oh no, that
no,
was
that
was Future
Games.
Games.
That was Yuri Lowenthal and Laura Bailey.
Laura Bailey, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was Future Games show last time.
Yeah.
That was
He was
probably
awesome.
better on
I
presentation.
like him.
I think that this one was more cringy than that last time.
I think they're all cringy, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but anyways, yeah, like there were some good games on show. So on this one, what do we have? Let me just refer to my notes. Getting a bit all over the place right now. So yeah, obviously we've talked about it so many times, but I know Juds wants to talk about it as well, and myself and Luke already. Everyone probably knows this, that we're super excited for this game. And that is Pacific Drive. So that was shown a new trailer at the Future Games show, probably one of my highlights of the actual show for sure. The new trailer was a story trailer, had a bit of a voiceover going on, which is pretty cool. Hope there's sort of that kind of thing in the game. That would be nice. But yeah, again, more of the same. I'm sure Luke will think he's already sold on it. I've heard him say that before, and I am as well. But it showed really well, this trailer, and looks stunning still. And they did have a delay recently, so it was quite cool to get a little update still, even though they have pushed it back to next year now. It was going to be releasing in 2023 originally, and now it's early 2024 it's set for. So I'm looking forward to this game. But yeah, what did you think of the trailer, guys? Did you see this on the show, or is he seeing it first time now?
Go with Luke first, mate.
Lukey bro.
Yeah, no, I kind of half watched this trailer specifically because I'm trying to avoid story stuff for it,
sure.
Because that's one of the biggest interests for me.
Yeah.
So I was kind of, low volume sort of thing, just kind of watching.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, as you say, I was super sold on this way before this trailer. I really hope this is good, because it looks so good.
Yeah.
Everything about the concepts of it, the idea of being in this kind of weird world and you've got to maintain a car and you're traveling and you're lonely. Like, it just hits a lot of, things that I really loved about Outer Wilds, actually.
Cool. Nice.
So, the idea of this isolation, and that you've got a ship, or in this case, a car to maintain, and, this mysterious things going on. I really love that kind of setting. So,
yeah, I can see what you mean with that, actually.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
even though I don't know, I have played it, just but I just didn't enjoy the way the story. But with this one, I can see this is basically fixing the game that was not so good on the other one for me.
Let's scrap that giveaway. I'm just gonna
love it.
I see you as well, Stubbs. I can ban, so we can get rid of you.
Yeah, true.
Stubbs is a mod. You can't ban mods.
Well, but I can supersede him for indie. So
yeah, let's just demod him.
I'll walk. So no, but I'm really looking forward to this. It looks really good. And yeah, it's a shame it was pushed, but that's fine. I mean, it's fine, because this year is just ridiculous anyway. I'd rather have, hopefully this comes. I think it's Q1 next year, right? That they said.
Yeah, it says early.
Is that right? Yeah.
In the trailer, it said early. Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully it comes out in kind of January, ish, when there's a bit of a lull, because it'd be great just to sink into this game after you've played everything else. It looks great.
Definitely. Yeah, and Judsy, the automotive specialist. How does this grab you, bro? I know you're pretty excited, I think, already.
Oh, yeah, super excited. I haven't got too much to add to what Luke said, apart from a couple of things. Well, number one, of course, as Meisuko said in the chat, as well as Luke, this year's so full. Shifting it to 24 is not a big deal. No. Secondly, I'm a fan of delaying games if they need it. We've seen what's happened with certain games that have come out. They're not finished. Delay this game till it's ready, because I want it to be as good as it looks and it's making out to be when it does release. So super excited. Can't wait. Let's get it in 24. Sure.
Definitely.
I'm in here. What's going on?
Yeah, it's one of my most anticipated, actually, this game. I love the atmosphere of it. And let me tell you, Luke, because you're trying not to get spoiled by the trailer, I'll just give you the spoiler. No, I'm joking. I'll just tell you that I think you'll be very happy with what was sort of the vibe of the story, and it didn't give anything away really, but
Yeah.
I just thought that it came across well because the voice aspect was really interesting. I hope that's going to be part of the game. So I think you'll be happy with that. But cool, good stuff. Glad to hear you're excited, guys. Are you excited in the chat for Pacific Drive? It's looking awesome. Get it on your wish list if you haven't already. There's another game I was very interested in as well, which is a new game to myself actually, and that is a game called Symphonia. I think it's like symphony with Onia at the end, I suppose. So yeah, this is kind of like a sort of, I think it's Metroidvania, but it's a platformer.
It is.
Well, it is Metroidvania, cheers. I thought this looked really cool. It's got like obviously the musical aspects to the game where and the stunning, beautiful visuals. I think the art style is lovely, but it's just got a nice elegance to it, and it's quite unique in its sort of theme of the actual music part of things, blending that with the cool platforming elements that we know and love. And I thought this one looked really cool, and it's on my wish list already. Don't know about you guys, did this one catch your eye? Maybe Judd's, as you're a music guy.
Yeah, I saw this previously. Let's say previously, I mean just before the show, because I was trying to catch up.
Yeah, sure.
Trying to catch up. But yeah, it looks awesome. Metroidvania. Really like the art style of this. Looks fantastic. Some unique aspects to it. And obviously, he runs around playing the violin. I think that's just an awesome little touch.
It is cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
I love
very,
that.
very much looking forward to this. How if it can, it's going to be interesting to see. It's obviously not the same sort of game, but how it's going to stack up to the Artful Escape. Which is the only kind of game I can, kind of.
Yeah, with the music aspects to it. Yeah, I mean, gameplay wise, it'll be much more involved. I think it's quite basic on the Artful Escape, obviously, which obviously it was still a beautiful game in a lot of ways. The story was brilliant, and the art is amazing. But yeah, it's got the music elements to it. It was an amazing game, Artful Escape. But yeah, this one I think will have more of the investment in the actual gameplay aspect to it, and hopefully it plays well, if you know what I mean. But I think that I like the sort of really detailed visual style, really colourful and beautiful. But yeah, cool.
Classic kind of what's the word? Environment. Obviously classical. But
it's cool, isn't it? It's got the whole classical sort of music vibe, the whole sort of classical look to the architecture and everything, sort of like in the game.
Yeah,
quite
great details.
Yeah, definitely. Luke, bro, did you check this one out, or was this the first time you've seen it? Maybe is it up your street?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it when I watched it. I thought it looked really, really cool. I like the musical element. I thought that was different, and I think the platforming looks really, really good.
Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah,
need to probably feel it, right? But it certainly looked really good. I think the animations helped with that a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, very different, very cool. Is it going to be as good as Celeste? Is always my first question about any 2D platformer these days.
Yeah,
maybe not. But it looks. I love the art style as well. It's incredible.
Exactly. It's not many games are as good as Celeste, but if it's not, as long as it's good, that's all good, isn't it? But it'd be interesting if it was.
Even if it's close.
Exactly.
In the ballpark, it'll be a really good game. So
exactly, yeah. So because obviously it doesn't seem like it's got combat in it, does it? It's sort of maybe that. Yeah. That's the kind of game I would say it is, isn't it? Celeste, basically. Maybe. Could you call it precision? Do you think it's precision platform? I suppose
it looks quite. It looks quite precision-y, doesn't it? From the bits, but
definitely looks good. I think it's up my street big time. Well, you probably could have called it actually. I reckon that you would have thought this one would be up my street. I'm pretty predictable sometimes, but it's cool. I like this one, guys. This one's called Symphonia. So if you like what you see, check it out and give it a wish list. It's brand new. I think it's brand new announcement. This Gamescom might not have been, but this is when it seems to be getting quite a bit of attention for the first time anyway. But yeah, nice. Was there any other games that you kind of saw in the what's it called, Future Games show? Guys, there was anything you saw, or do you want me to just continue going through a few more of mine? Was there anything that stuck out to you guys though?
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it? That's cool. I'll continue right off a few more. Cool. Yeah. So one that I definitely am excited for and many people know this already, to be honest with you, once again, is Hellscape. But I thought this really had a good showing, because what they did is gave you a little bit of a gameplay overview to show you how the gameplay is going to play out, because there is combat in this game as well. It's not just skating. And of course, if you haven't seen this game already, it's in my video, by the way, but that's just to let you know. But also I'll let you know now that it is a roguelike skating game with combat. So yeah, pretty good combination. It has, I know Goat Force is loving the look of this as well, so that's awesome. And Pacific Drive, I think, so we've timed it well with him being here. But yeah, I think this one's going to be cool. Like I say, I think they showed it off really well. So what you do is you skate, I think it is, to build up your power of the attacks. So you do tricks, build up power, and you attack with that power, and it's more impactful if you've got a nice powered up meter by doing tricks. So I think that could be a really cool concept. And yeah, I think it's definitely got some major Hades kind of inspiration in there, which is awesome. But it's also blending major inspiration from other areas, of course, Tony Hawk's and stuff like that. It's a bit of an amalgamation, and I think it's a really cool amalgamation. I think it's looking very cool. How about you guys? Are you interested in checking this game out? Judsey, or?
Yeah, you're gonna have to call one of us. We'll just sit here waiting for the other one.
Yeah. I was waiting for your harmony.
English, yeah.
That's just a private session. Yeah, I do like the look of this. Again, quick honourable mention to a game that we're not going to talk about too much, which is actually now released. Bum Rush Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Out on PC now, on Xbox and PS5 on September the 1st, I think it is.
Yeah, September 1st on the consoles. Yep, that's right. It's out now on Steam and Xbox, Steam and Switch. It's out already on, and then the rest is on first. Yeah,
that's right. But so for me, this game it does obviously not the same as that, but I do get some similarities with that and the old Jet Set. Of course, it looks really good. I would definitely pick it up. I know you're going to probably get this one, so I might wait for a review from you as well. But
cool.
It's fantastic.
It will be early access first on this one, just to let everyone know. It will be early access next year on Steam first, so just to make you all aware, which is probably a good thing for a roguelike. I think roguelikes do borrow well from being, that's not a really good way of explaining it, but borrow well from being in the early access phase. That's a better way of phrasing that. But yeah, they do benefit from, there you go, being in early access. That's it. Because it's all about that tweaking of all the different power-ups and balancing so much with the leveling ups and all that sort of thing. So yeah, it's definitely a cool way of doing it in the roguelike world, in my opinion. But yeah, Luke, bro, what do you reckon to Hellscape? Is it up your street, bro?
Yeah, look cool. I think I'll wait and see, how it's received.
Yeah.
It's not one I'd rush out and be like, I've got to get that day one or anything like that. But it does look really cool. Quite different actually. I really like the art style as well.
Yeah, it's cool.
So yeah,
definitely, and it's in the thumbnail of this video, of this stream. So by the way, guys, if you're wondering what that was, so yeah, it's looking cool. Definitely up for it. And yeah, I mean, I suppose it depends whether people are into skate games or stuff like that, excuse me. But yeah, I think this one's definitely bringing a fresh take on just games in general. It's bringing things together, inspiration, but it's also bringing something wholly new out of that. But yeah, nice. Good to hear people are looking forward to it. I know probably Goat Force will be covering it on his channel for sure, and a million other roguelikes as he does anyway. So check out Goat Force Gaming's channel, by the way, guys, if you haven't already. Yeah, so Hellscape, definitely one I'm really looking forward to. Let me see. There was another one. Well, let's just keep this roguelike action running, as I've got this one ready for you as well. As Go Force is here. Let's do it. So Raven's Watch as well was also shown in the Future Games Show. This is the new game from the developer of Curse of the Dead Gods. You can probably tell because it definitely has a similar art style, but it looks really cool actually. It's in early access at the moment, and yeah, I'm up for it. I'm wondering, I actually think Goat Force might be checking this out already. Let us know how it feels, Goat Force, because I'm actually really intrigued to know because I don't know, I didn't quite get on with didn't quite get on with Curse of the Dead Gods quite as much as I'd like to. Maybe this one's co-op by the look of things, and just looks really, really beautiful in my opinion. Does this grab your eye at all, Luke? Is it up your street?
I don't know. Yeah, I was exactly the same as you with Curse of the Dead Gods.
Well, yeah, when you played it, kind of
I
thing.
just, yeah. I really didn't gel with it very much, which was quite bizarre because it looked great.
Yeah.
I think it was. I think there were two problems for me. Daz, say no.
He will, trust me, Daz. You don't need to tell.
Yeah,
Don't need to. Getting encouragement. Yeah, exactly.
No. So I think there are two problems. One, I remember I played that after playing a lot of Hades.
Yeah.
And by comparison, it wasn't anywhere near as good as Hades, in my opinion.
No.
And two, it was really slow.
Yeah.
And I got exactly what they were going for. In terms of the style, it's kind of a bit more methodical, a bit more tactical than Hades was in some respects, or other roguelites, not just Hades. But it's something about it just didn't work well with me. And the problem for this one, the new game, is that it also looks really slow. So
it's got a weighty sort of feel to it, isn't it, rather than the fast, dashy.
Exactly, yeah. So
of Hades, obviously.
Yeah, the dashies, you need that. I feel
the dashy, yeah.
Just
this one's more of a
dash. Look like Returnal, like one of the, amazing dash. Hades, it's great dash. Like I don't know, there's just something about it. It's very satisfying. Yeah. So I it's not grabbing me this for that reason, which is a shame because it might be very good, but I just can't get over that element.
Yeah, I would definitely check this out, but I mean, it might have a film if someone Phil be interested, didn't they? From Goatee Baby, if he's tried. But yeah, I think it looks cool anyway. I like that. I love their art style so much, actually. So yeah, it's just that feel of the combat didn't quite grab me on the first one. So if it does feel the same, then it's a bit of a bummer. But I think it looks cool. Another game that looked really cool. Actually, what time are we at? Yeah, okay, let's just get this one. We'll do a quick blast of a few. So this one was called Europa. This was shown at the Future Game Show. I thought this looked really beautiful. Quite a sort of serene kind of vibe to it. And just when you want to just chill and soak it all in and just relax, I suppose, and explore. And it seems like it's just got a nice sort of art style to it. It's almost like a hand-paintedness to it, I think. So I think there's almost like a mix of two different art styles going on, from what I can tell by the way it's done. I'm just from what I can see, I'm talking a bit randomly, but there's almost looks like the character is designed differently to some of the pieces of the area, which I think blends really well, but some of the environments look absolutely stunning. And I think it looks a really nice game, actually, just to chill. I don't know a lot about this one, but it's, like I say, called Europa. And, yeah, it's one definitely to keep an eye on, basically. And if anyone interested in this one, does it look up your streets, Mr. Judzilla?
I'm not sure. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. It does look stunning. What I would want to know about this game, I see the little fella character. I don't know. It could be anything.
Yep.
Him, her, that thing. I see them running around a lot and exploring, but what do you actually do in the game? Obviously, this trailer is geared to show you the vistas and the depth and the size of the world and traversing and all that sort of thing.
I think it'll be something like a journey kind of vibe to it,
right?
If you know what I mean.
But it looks fantastic. It looks beautiful. There's a lot of detail in there as well, which, if you look closely, you can pick a lot of things up. Some ideas from other games as well. So, I would say I'd like to know more about it.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, good stuff. How about yourself, Luke?
Yeah, I thought this looked really nice. Cool. The vibe I got from it was exactly like Journey. Something like that. I love games where they are kind of not open world, but really big environments, and they have really long draw distance, like this does.
Yeah.
I think that gives like games like a cool sense of adventure.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really interested in this, and I didn't even know there was a demo. So
Yeah,
actually, I'm going to go and check that out.
Pretty cool. Yeah, nice little demo drop from this one. Yeah, I'll have to check that out as well. Good stuff. Cool. One other game I'll just finally mention, probably as far as I can see, is a game called Sprawl, which actually got a shadow drop in the showcase. This game is developed by I forgot the name. I meant to say it's published by Rogue Games, who are the publisher of Last Case of Benedict Fox, by the way. So yeah, that's the publisher. I forget the name of the developer, but this one, it's one I've been looking at for a while. Now, the gameplay in this looks super cool. Very, very like, you know, like wall running, sort of Titanfall aspects, and just some awesome combat. This trailer really works better with the music on as well, by the way, guys. So there's some pretty like heavy synths going on, and it's like quite energizing sort of sounds in the trailer. It does help, I think, with the actual feel of this game, because it's quite that sort of, you know, sort of almost Ghost Runner sort of vibes, you know, where you're trying to be a bit like, you know, keeping things flowing, nice fast-paced gameplay. But yeah, I think the gameplay looks pretty damn tight and pretty fun. I don't know whether there's much going on elsewhere though, like in the environments and stuff, but I definitely would check this one out. Maybe for a reduced price, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's my take on it. I think it looks really cool in the gameplay aspects, and some cool stuff you can do with the first person shooting action. But what do you think about it, guys, before I ruin the sort of whole explanation? How about Luke first on this one?
Yeah, I thought this looked really good, actually. It was probably the favorite thing that I saw.
Oh, nice.
At the show. So
Cool.
yeah, as you say, it's kind of a bit of a mishmash of, you know, it's taking influence from something like Titanfall in terms of its movement, and then it's a bit like boomer shootery as well.
Yes.
So I need to check, because I need to check the Steam impressions of it and the reviews, etc. I don't know what it's sitting at the moment, but
yeah, sure, actually
looks really cool. It's kind of, you know, a game up my street.
Cool, nice. Yeah, so you think there's maybe enough going on there within the sort of aspects of the environments and the story? I suppose that remains to be seen. Or
I think, yeah, story is always a difficult one, isn't it? Because in games like that, like the story, you know, it's an FPS. I mean, there's only a few FPS ever that have like actually great stories. I think.
Yeah.
So
it's I don't know. It's a funny one, isn't it? Like, because I don't know what it is. There's something there that I feel that is lacking. That I feel bad saying it, but like, I don't know, with Ghost Runner, you look around you and you're like, oh yeah, this looks so sweet. You know what I mean?
It's that budget
indie as well.
That's what it is. It's Ghost Runner's got a big budget.
Well, that was a low budget. Now they've got more budget for Ghost Runner 2, which, by the way, I'm very excited for. But yeah, the first one was done on the lower one, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they've gone like Ghost Runner's going for a very modern, you know, high budget cyberpunk look, right? This one is it's going for something a bit, you know, more classic. Maybe more I get what you mean.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think probably as soon as you start playing it, if the gameplay is really good, you probably forget all of that anyway. So it's one of those types of games, isn't it? On this sort of thing.
I think as well at the minute, you know how, like, there's been a huge boom of roguelike indie games, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of one of the go-to genres, the Metroidvanias.
Yeah.
You're seeing now there's tons of boomer shooters coming out. And sometimes I think they can all kind of amalgamate into one. And it takes a lot for them to stand out or to really hook you into wanting to pick it up. And maybe for you, that one just doesn't do this. Like, it doesn't do enough. You know, which is not a bad thing. It's just one of those things. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, because what's is it called? Overkill? Is that the game?
Yeah, Turbo Overkill.
Oh no, sorry, I was thinking of another game. What's it called? It's really popular on Steam, and it looks like crap basically, but it's really popular. Almost. It's really fast and it's like a first-person shooter. I can't think of the name of it right now. Is it not called Overkill? Is it just Overkill? I've
Let's have a look.
totally forgotten. Have you got first-person shooters on Steam up right now? It will be up high. It's really highly rated. It's overwhelmingly positive, I think. Always sort of tempted by it. But yeah, I'll keep it moving while you have a look if that's all right. But
yeah, I'll have a quick scope.
Yeah, so tell you what, guys. Let's just do a quick little giveaway whilst Luke's having a look at that, shall we? So we've got 3 more to do. I'll do one quick one now. Let's move over to the giveaway area and do a little cheeky giveaway. Have we got any newcomers, guys? Juds, have you seen anyone new come in?
I haven't.
You haven't? No worries. We've got
let me just say one quick thing on Sprawl.
Yeah, no worries.
That looks awesome to me. I've not seen it's the first time I've seen it.
Oh, cool.
I would say the word you're looking for is probably industrial punk or industrial cyberpunk, because it is a bit of a dirty cyberpunk.
Yeah.
A couple of things that stood out to me in that. Number one, you've got a cross. There's quite a few different genres that are packed in there. You've got some of the war running, like you said, a bit of God, what's the game you just said? It Ghost Runner. But
yeah,
the interesting thing there, and this will test the audience to see if you played these games. If you notice when he was jumping around, if you play Quake 3 Arena and you did rocket jumps, he's doing that as well.
Definitely.
And there's a lot of environmental, the way he's deploying his weapons. I'll say no more because we've got to move on, but I really like the look of this game. I'm going to go and get it as soon as it's out.
Oh, nice. I think it's only like 11 quid as well, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Yeah, sweet.
It's Ultra Kill.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
That's it's overwhelmingly positive, isn't it?
Yes, it's very, very
highly regarded. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that
it
one
does look like great.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's so popular, that game. And that's, at the end of the day, that's probably what they're thinking. It doesn't have to be, majorly detailed world or anything like that. If it's going to be totally addictive, awesome gameplay. So yeah, if it's got that, then fantastic. So yeah, I'm definitely interested to check it out. And some games like this are just a blast to play, aren't they, at times? Cool. Okay. There was one other game which I'm just going to quickly mention, which did get spoken about by Xbox over the Gamescom period. And that is a new trailer from Jacente. So just to let you know, guys, as well, there may be some content coming soon on this game that we will be checking out and producing on the channel. So if you would like to see a little cheeky preview from yours truly and Luke, we'll be doing something on that soon, guys. So a little video will be coming, just so you know. So check it out, keep an eye out for that, guys, and we'll give you our thoughts on the hands-on preview of it. But yeah, this is the new trailer that was dropped today or yesterday, maybe, I think it was. And yeah, I thought it looked really good, this trailer. So yeah, Judsy baby, what did you think about the trailer? Did you like the look of it?
I did. I like the look of this game. We saw it. I can't remember if it was on opening night for E3 or whatever they're calling it these days at the Xbox show. It was in the Xbox show, I believe, this year in June or July. Looks absolutely fantastic. Environment looks good. Such a different game as well to the sort of thing that we normally get. I love the climbing aspect and the puzzles to climb as well. There's a lot of environmental stuff you have to overcome as well, and that's in this trailer. The guy was speaking at Gamescom today as well, and he said you can't die in this game as well. You can't fall off, the cliff, which I thought was like really cool because as much as we all like our gore, sometimes it's nice to have this sort of game where you're not in danger of imminent death from falling off a mountain. But yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. Tons of mechanics. It's a straight buy, unless you two, when you do your little stuff coming up on this channel, everybody tune in for that. Unless you hate it, then I'll listen to you, but I may just buy it anyway. Yep.
Sounds good. Love it. Fantastic. And Luke, bro, what do you think of the trailer? And obviously we'll be checking it out soon. I think you might have even played the original demo a bit as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I played. There was a maybe Next Fest demo.
Yes.
I can't actually remember now. Yeah. So I played like 20-25 minutes of that, and it was really cool. It's just different right? And I think it's doing stuff that a lot of games don't do, where the focus is on the traversal and exploration. And I remember when they revealed it, even though it's artistically, stylistically very different, it reminded me of like Death Stranding, which, you know, I'm sure that will put some people off. But
I know what you mean.
you know, the fact that it's you know, it's making the kind of concept of moving through your environment something more than just getting from A to B, something interesting and challenging. So yeah, I think it's really cool. And also, actually, this is one of the first games released that's running on Unreal Engine 5 for anybody who's interested in that. So
cool.
It uses Nanite and Lumen, which is partly why it looks so amazing visually. Also, with the art style is really cool. So yeah, I think we're looking forward to tucking in, aren't we? To this preview, and then talking about it a bit more once we've done that.
Yes, very much looking forward to tucking into our little cheeky little preview. Very excited to be asked by the PR company who are working for Don't Nod as well to check it out. So thank you to those guys for reaching out to us to do that. So yeah, like I say, we'll be doing that as soon as possible, guys, and the content will be up on the channel as soon as possible, probably early next week, I would imagine. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. Good stuff. Yeah, cool. So maybe we should move off from there. We've detected some pretty good games, I think. I've just put in the chat, guys, let us know any questions that you would like to ask us. Ask us anything, basically, within reason, as I say. Yeah. So Dragon Wolf, amazing. I'm so glad you've arrived, buddy, because we can add you to the Wheel of Doom. It's actually not as bad as it sounds. It's actually a giveaway, we'll say. We've still got a couple more to do. I'm glad you're here because you're here on the regular, bro. So we'll get you on that giveaway and hopefully, you know, never know. But we've got, how many of them more? We've got to do 3 more to draw. So I'll do them straight away and fire your questions right now. You can ask us anything, guys, even whatever you want, basically. Like I say, we don't have to answer it. So we can always just not answer your question, but just bear that in mind when you ask it. And yeah, do so right now as we'll be winding it up fairly soon. So give us what you got, guys. And if you haven't got anything, no worries, but we'd love to hear some questions from the chat about anything you want indie game related, or even if you want to go beyond that, that's fine. Just drop it in the chat right now, beautiful people. Thank you very much. Okay, so I was going to do the giveaway final bit, and then we'll get back around to those questions. So yes, 3 more to do. We'll do Luke's Hades 2 giveaway at the end, and we'll do the 2 that my final 2 that I'm giving away from the 6 games that I'm doing. We've done 4. I've done 4 already, haven't I, guys? Is that right? Yeah, I'm losing track now. Yep. Thank you very much. So we've got your names on there. Has anyone else joined us? Paul S is already on the wheel. Who else has been on the wheel? Everyone's been taken off the wheel. That's one, haven't they? Yeah. Am I missing anyone? Can you see there, guys? I think that's everyone in there. Thimber's on there, isn't there? Yeah.
I'm noting these questions down as well in notepads.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, so good stuff. Right, yeah, I think that is everyone. Let me know if you can see that your name is not on there, guys, if you're in the chat and you're watching. Unless, obviously, you've won already, and that's the reason you'll be removed off of there. Okay, right, I'm going to draw the first one then. Let's do this. Congratulations. Good luck is what I mean to say. Let's do this. Congratulations.
You're all winners, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. You're all one.
Spun the wheel.
Oh, Thimber's got it. Oh, very nice indeed. Well deserved. You got a cheeky win there, Thimber. So it's a Steam key coming your way of your choice. Like I say, we'll do the choices. We'll get to you in the... I follow you on Twitter, so we can chat over there in the DMs. But congrats, you've won the 5th key, isn't it? That's right.
Correct.
Yep. Thank you very much, John. You've got my back, bro. And the final one from myself, and then we'll do Luke's one straight after. So I'll just take Thimber off there. Well done, Thimber. You've won. And we have got the final group to do here. So yep, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this for the final one for myself, and then we'll do Luke's one. Oh, I like it. Like to see it. Dragon Wolf. I didn't rig it even.
Wow.
He came in and snuck in at the end. Big support of the channel, so I'm glad of it, although all of you guys are really, so thank you to every single one of you. Apologies if you haven't won on any of those, but Dragon Wolf, you have won that one, and I know you are on Steam as well, so that's good stuff. A Steam key will be yours, bro, and we'll sort out what it's going to be from the selection straight after the show, basically. So yeah, now we've got one more to do though, so I'm just going to remove where's Dragon Wolf? There he is. Oops. Oh god, so finicky. I'm just going to have to delete it one by one. There we go. So last crew on there. If your name's up there, you've still got a chance to win, and this is a pretty sweet one from Luke, although you might have to wait a little bit of time, but no worries. Hopefully they'll be getting Hades 2 in early access as soon as possible. That'll be so sweet. So like I say, Hades 2 from Luke for this draw, guys. Best of luck. Paul S is the winner. Nice, congratulations. Fantastic stuff. I think, Paul S, you're something else on Twitter, aren't you, if I'm not mistaken? Is Paul S still in the house? Let us know, Paul S, if you're still here. I think you might have a different name on Twitter, if I'm not mistaken. If someone else knows. Oh, there's Paul S. Nice. You've won, buddy. Good stuff. So, yeah, Paul S, what are you on Twitter, buddy? If you don't mind just confirming that. You've won Hades 2, Paul. So, congrats on that. Like I say, when it comes out, of course.
Yes,
no early access. To early access to the early access, unfortunately. Yeah, that's from Luke, though.
Sadly, yeah. Yeah, and also if you don't play on PC and you want a console key, that's fine. We'll get you one when it releases.
Amazing. Thanks for doing that, Luke. It's very kind of you, buddy. Cool. Okay, lovely stuff. So, yeah, congratulations to everyone who won. Sorry to anyone who doesn't, but you're all legends. And I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for all your support on the channel. The final thing we're going to do then is go over to any questions. Definitely continue to drop them in the chat. If you have any questions at all, no matter what it is, drop it in the chat right now, and we'll do that as a final thing, a Q&A. It can be for individuals of the panel here, or it could be a general question, whatever you want to do. And Judsy, baby, I'm going to see if you've got my back. Have you got those written down, buddy, by any chance?
You're damn right.
Of course you are. You're just the legend.
First one we got is from Max, and it says, is it true you know when Zoatboat will release the sequel to Silk Song?
Is it true that I know when Zoatboat will release the sequel to Silk Song, did you say?
That's right.
Wow, that's predicted into the future, isn't it? Yeah, well, the truth is I do. It's 2039, I'm afraid. It's quite a while.
There you go. All the important questions answered here. Yeah. Just like the next one from Daz for all of us, I guess. And it's pineapple on pizza, yes or no? I'm going to go first. Damn right.
Nice. How about yourself, Luke?
It's a big no for me.
Big no.
Big no.
I'm not adverse to it. I would definitely take pineapple on ham and pineapple pizza.
Oh, yeah.
I'm cool with it.
All right. Well, let's just get quickly off the most contentious question on the internet these days.
Yes.
And we'll go to Paul S. Love it. What do you think of the start screen for Starfield? LOL. I love it, and I think that dickhead needs a damn good hiding as well. That
sorry, what was that question again? Sorry, I missed that completely. Sorry, buddy. What was it?
No worries. What do you think of the Starfield start screen? LOL.
The Starfield start screen. Did you?
Have you missed this controversy?
I have. I think. Yeah.
It was basically a criticism by some dickhead on the internet about the start screen for Starfield, which leaked and looked very minimalist and just, a start screen. Yeah, that's that question. I think it looks fantastic.
Really?
No, not really. I mean, it just looks like a start
that was
screen.
your sarcasm.
To have any strong feelings about start screens a bit weird.
Well, I was about
unless
to say,
it's epic, unless it's really, really good.
Hollow Knight has got a really good one.
There we go.
I genuinely believe that.
It does have a really nice one.
It does,
actually.
doesn't it? It's very elegant.
Celeste
the music
has a good one as well.
It does, yeah.
Outer Wilds. Oh, what start
And,
screen
and
has.
moving on,
We should do top 10 start screens.
best thing
Video.
to do, Indy, start screens, take them or leave them, 100%. I like ones that aren't too busy, so it looks great to me. But if you go and look up the pretentious tweet this dickhead put up, it's just so pretentious. He got absolutely raked over the coals by pretty much everybody.
Really?
Oh no, it's Alex did a good video as well. It's just it just drives me wild, these people. Anyway, let's move on. GoForce Gaming has got a question for Indy. Please take the floor for as long as you need for this one. That's a lie, because we're going to be here forever. No, it's not about Hollow Knight. What is your favorite game of all time, and why is it Noita?
I thought that was going to be at the end. First, for a minute, I thought it was being normal. Noita, he is a big fan of Noita, and he loves the fact that I played some of it and then put it down, basically. I'm sorry, GoForce. I just didn't really get on with it very much. I love the the physics element to it, but yeah, didn't get on with it that much. Obviously, my greatest game of all time is Barbie's Playden or something. No, yeah.
Barbie's Playden.
That is obviously Hollow Knight, my friend. Obviously,
Yeah.
But I'm afraid it's not Noita. I'm so sorry. I don't want to break your heart, Goat. But
So you just lost a sub now.
Yeah.
That's going to dip you back under 3,000.
I think he knew that was coming anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. How about
Next one
yourself?
for
You
the panel.
played Noita, have you guys? Or
I haven't played it, to be
No.
honest. I'll go and look at GoForce's
yeah,
playthroughs.
is well worth checking out his playthroughs of anything. Cool.
The
Anything?
next one
Yep.
is kind of it's a Daz question, so you know where we're going with this. Who would like a day in my games room? I'll remove the socks. Luke, over to you.
Yeah, I'd love it. He's got some good consoles, man. He's got some really. He's got a great Sega Saturn.
Oh, I love
He's
Saturn.
got PS5.
Yeah.
Great console.
PS2. It's got on there.
PS2.
Sitting on top of a PS5, I think.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
Being
it's big.
swallowed by a PlayStation 5.
Yeah. What was
Trying
this
to make
question?
it
Was it?
PS7.
What was this
Uh,
question?
Keep the
Sorry.
socks
The
in.
question was,
That gives
who
it
would like a
character.
day in my games room? I'll
Who would like a
remove
day in
the
his
socks.
games room? Oh, cool. I like it. That's
So,
brilliant.
Indy, would you like a day in his games room?
That
if he
sounds a bit
removes the
kinky,
socks?
actually, doesn't it?
Well, my answer's going to be no.
Maybe
Right,
he was
because-
thinking that.
It's just going to be no, because I'm getting, what's the Tarantino movie, the famous, really, really famous one with John Travolta? How can I not remember?
Oh,
this?
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
for crying out loud.
Yeah.
You know Pulp Fiction, right? This is giving me the GIMP vibes.
Oh, God,
so,
yeah.
Thanks, Daz, but I'm out.
That's
Sorry, buddy.
That's his favourite bit in the film, I think.
Yeah, apparently so. With no socks. So take that for what it's worth, everybody. Dragon Wolf has quite an amazing question, actually, and it's one that I don't have a good answer for. But why isn't there mouse-flavored food for cats?
What the hell?
Think about it. It's such a good question, and I think we need to go away and do some research on
It's
this.
quite good, actually.
Mm.
I like
Yeah.
that. That's fantastic. Who had that question? Sorry,
That was Dragon Wolf.
like it.
Yeah, nice job, buddy. I love that question.
There's no
The last-
answer other than there should be.
There should be, and I think we should do some research on it and maybe get a petition going. The last question we have is from Thimba. I have a question for Jarl. Hollow Knight or Blasphemous?
Hollow
Oh,
Knight.
it's
or-
easiest.
or Bla-
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
well,
such an easy
I
one.
know
for
what
Indy,
Luke's
that
going to
one.
say on this one, just to wind me up.
Yeah.
Blasphemous
It's got-
for Indy. What
it's
about
gotta be
Luke?
Blasphemous, isn't it?
Gotta be Blasphemous.
It's all that,
I'm actually intrigued to know
gothic
your
religious imagery.
Yeah, I won't get the truth out of you. I don't think you'd admit it,
No,
although
no,
unless you
no,
really
I
believe
mean,
it.
Its serious answer is Hollow Knight.
There you go.
Yeah,
Come back
yeah.
into my arms.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Late 3GX. Yeah. All that talk.
What a beautiful thing. You're going to get a big, I don't know what now.
Dude, quit while you're behind.
Stop there,
Actually,
Andy.
that's
Yeah.
probably where you're going to be. To
No
be
more
fair,
truth.
Yeah.
Luke, I hope you're prepared. That's all I'll say.
Yep. Prepare yourself.
Yeah.
There's another good question there from our man, Suko, actually. I don't know if you saw
It's
that one.
there. I've missed it. And I'm
just
really
below,
sorry,
actually.
Mitsuko. Okay, here we go. Hey, an art question. What is your guys' favorite game by artistic direction? So
Good one, it's
art
good.
style.
It's a really
and
good
art-
question.
That's a really good
It's
question,
Really
isn't it?
hard.
It's
to
hard,
answer
yeah.
as well.
It's so,
Oh
we're getting
god,
back to
so difficult.
so
Oh,
difficult.
it's so hard,
I
isn't
don't
it?
even know.
Yeah, it's tricky. It'd have to be something
Thanks,
I would.
Mesuko. You just brought the podcast to a standing still
Yeah.
halt.
It's
We
good.
can't.
That is so good.
There's so many. I mean,
Yeah.
I think from our perspective, we've spoken about this indie quite a lot, and on this podcast and among our friends here in the chat, The Artful Escape is such a beautiful game.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could say that, and then you look at the game we're looking at on screen as well. You know, there's so many. I couldn't possibly answer it, Mesuko. It's a real cop out, but
It's
you've broken the podcast exactly.
Yeah, so he's
Herald
obviously
game.
looking for something just based on the visual, isn't he? So I would, okay, if you want an answer, then I could just say something like, I don't know, actually, it's hard because then you feel like you're leaving something else out, but something like Greece or something like that, you know what I mean? Maybe that would be an answer for it just off the cuff because it's
I'll
just,
tell you what, we'll take this away and think about it for the next.
yeah. But then I still think
and then-
even if you say an answer, you're leaving out so many, you know what I mean?
yeah,
but
it's a real difficult
I
question.
think like if I was just looking at it just for the artistry, maybe like I would say like Greece because it's like it's just beautifully done, isn't it? It's like that unique art style and like watercolor. That's it's just amazing. But yeah, like then you can say like comparing it to other ones. So many other games that's just truly sublime, like Ori and Hollow Knight again,
Yeah.
obviously. But so many. But I like those styles of art style. But then you can say things like Season, so many. It's
Thousands
difficult.
of others.
You could do like, do you think you think you could do like a top 10 or something, or top 20, or just based on art style maybe?
Possibly. I reckon we should come up with at least 3 for next time we speak.
Yeah, we'll bring you some picks next time, mate.
Depends on how broad you're going as well. 'Cause
Yeah.
art style, is that extending to, you know, direction of the game as well, the way it's presented, not just, you know, the way the actual art is you know, composed.
Yeah, the way I sort
yeah.
of interpret it was kind of it says artistic direction, so
Yes. So like for me, like if I was picking an indie game, quite easy for me actually, because my favorite looking indie game ever is Inside.
okay, yeah, nice. That's a good one.
Because Inside has a really fantastic art style, but it's all about scene composition, that game.
yeah,
So the way that
exactly.
you know, it's very monochrome,
yeah,
you know, limited use of colors, and when color is used, it's for purpose.
definitely. It's very intentional.
Yeah, very intentional. Lighting is incredible. You know, just the whole composition of every scene. You could freeze frame any element of the game.
It's
and
a good,
it would
it's a
look
good
amazing.
choice. I like that.
So
Yeah, and it's very
Good
cinematic
question.
looking, isn't it? As well, so it's just a beauty.
Yeah.
But like very understated as well, even though it's stunning. If you know what I mean.
yeah, I think it does more with less.
Yeah, exactly.
Inside.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're just, I mean, Playdead are amazing at doing that. Well, I mean, Limbo's the same, right? I mean, they're
Yeah.
obviously much more monochrome.
Yeah.
but you know, they're really good at really distinctive art styles that actually aren't too colourful or anything like that. So
Yeah. Yep. No, it's a really good choice actually.
Okay, we got a late entry from a question from Dragon Wolf. What's a game you thought you'd like but actually hated?
This could be dangerous.
and you do it, Indy.
you,
Go on, Indy.
you know what I'm thinking, don't you? Probably.
Yeah, well, sadly, yeah.
I mean, Outer Wilds is probably what I would say to that off the top of my head.
Shocking.
Great pick.
I didn't hate it.
man.
I didn't hate it though.
No, I was going to say I don't think he hated it. But
No, it was disappointing though, I have to admit, because of the amount of, you know, great hype around it and all that. But yeah, it's just, I couldn't get into it, unfortunately. So yeah, again, don't hate me, Luke.
well, we'll see.
But yeah, it probably would be the pick that just comes to mind, if you know what I mean. But yeah, about you guys?
I'm trying to think, actually.
I'll go with one then.
Yeah,
I
go for it.
was really. I don't think I hate any games. That's a
No.
very strong term, but was disappointed or let down or wasn't what I expected. 12 minutes.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
good.
what a great! Oh,
Perfect.
yeah, bingo.
Yeah.
Same for me. Yeah, I hated that. So that works well.
You definitely hate that.
Yeah, I hated that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, a
Yeah.
friendly pest has joined as well.
Hey,
Evening,
friendly
sir.
pest. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Cool. Excellent. Any final questions, or is that every one of them?
That's the last one, buddy.
Lovely. Well, that was very nice doing a little bit of questions, wasn't it? Actually, I like that. Thank you very much to the legends in the chat for bringing the questions. And once again, thank you so much for all the support on the channel, guys. It's been pretty damn awesome, and getting over the 3,000. It seems like it's taken a while to get from 2 to 3, but things have been picking up quite a bit lately, which I'm absolutely thrilled with, and also, you know, just incredibly grateful for all of the support that you guys do give the channel. So thank you so much. And there will be more videos coming, gaining frequency going forward. I say that quite a lot, but I've got lots of plans for doing sort of top 10s and top 15s, and more collaborative style videos like the one I've got planned with Luke to check out Jacint and give our impressions on the hands-on preview, which will be soon. That'll be our next video. So yeah, like I say though, just thank you so much. Like anyone who's checked out the top 15 indie games from the Game Showcase season, that video is going a bit bonkers, and that's just blown my mind a little bit. So it's over 20,000 views now. So anyone who's checking that video out, I massively appreciate you guys. And if you've come in new through that video and checking this out after, hope you've enjoyed this style of content as well, because I know it's a bit different. But yeah, thank you to every single one of you guys who do support the channel, and you know, means a lot. And thank you so much to Judsy baby and Luke for being amazing contributors to the channel. Couldn't do it without you guys. So yeah, appreciate you both. And shout out to Scotty baby as well, who's not here today. You're a legend as well, my friend, so thank you. But yeah, let's wind this bad boy up. Judsy bro, thank you so much for being a part of today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. Would you like to shout out where they can find you and your awesome channel? By the way, just before I do let you say that, he's like 7 subs away or something from 100 subscribers. Everyone in the chat, please go and sub to Juds right now. I know he's going to tell you to do it as well, but I just want to get that point home. We've got to get Juds over that 100 subs mark. But yeah, so please do, guys. Juds is an awesome guy, and he does amazing music, and just give him the support he deserves, man. He's nearly over 100, so we can do this, guys. Let's go to Juds and sub him right now. He's in the description below. But anyway, Juds, you do that as well. Thank you very much.
Oh no, thank you, mate. That's very kind of you to say all that stuff. Links in the description. I'm planning to hit over 100 by 2027. So that's not forecasting, but no, I appreciate that very much. And yeah, loved being here tonight and the chat and talking with you two guys and Miss Scott. But you know, everybody, you make it what it is for us to come on here and have this sort of fun. Massive congrats to Indy, and thank you all again on behalf of Indy for supporting him and getting him over this 3,000. We want to hit 4,000 next, 100%. So keep doing that. Hit the like button, share it out, and all that good stuff. So thank you very much, Indy. It's been an absolute blast. See my links in the description. I think that's about it. Cheers,
awesome,
guys.
bro. No, always a pleasure to do this with you. Always laughs when you're on, and you know, great takes as well. So yeah, it's a pleasure to have you on board, bro. Lukey, brother, not too long to EGX. I keep saying about it. I'm really getting excited for it. I have to admit, I'm buying stuff. I just bought a new little recorder for EGX to do some interviews. Yeah, I'm excited.
Very nice. Very nice.
So yeah, I'm gonna get an actual mic this time rather than doing it off of the recorder. So it's gonna be maybe too professional for the standard of the channel, but I just enjoy it anyway. So I have a proper like Sennheiser mic on location, so I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, no, amazing doing this with you as always. You are a great friend as well as being an amazing participant of the channel, so thank you so much for all you do. Yeah, would you like to shout out where they can find you, bro?
Yeah, absolutely. No, yeah, I'm also looking forward to EGX. You bring all the equipment, and I'll bring the Volvi T-shirt.
Oh, definitely.
That will be my
It's
contribution.
the highlight. I like that.
Yeah, that'll be the real standout. But no, like, yeah, great time tonight. It's always great, hanging with both of you. And we miss Scott, but fuck him, he wasn't here.
He won't listen this far in.
Yeah,
You're all right.
yeah. Safe
I love you,
zone
Scott,
now.
really. So yeah, and once again, indeed, congrats on getting to 3K. It's very richly deserved.
Thank you, buddy.
And,
Appreciate that.
yeah, that's all right. And yeah, you'd follow me at LukeSteele90 on Twitter /X, whatever the fuck it is these days.
Yeah.
So go and follow me there. And yeah, we'll have a Jusant preview hopefully very soon. So if you're interested in that, then go and check that out. Because it'll be cool.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun to chat about, and I think it'll be a cool vid, hopefully. So yeah, just put in the chat there as well, guys. If you won the giveaway. So just before I move away from that, thanks again, Luke, by the way. I just moved away from you very quickly, but yeah, thanks again for everything. But yeah, if you won the giveaway, guys, and you aren't on Twitter or X or whatever it's called these days, just drop me an email to the email I've just put into the chat, and I will give you a giveaway through that means. That so I'll reply to that. But otherwise, we can always DM through Twitter or X, whatever you call it. Maybe drop me a DM on there if you were one of the winners, and I'll sort you guys out. But like I say, if you're not on Twitter, drop me an email and we'll get it sorted that way. Okay, thank you very much. And like I say, congratulations once again to everyone who won on the giveaway. And thank you so much to everybody who was part of today's show, and anyone who ever checks this out after the fact as well. And anyone who ever checks out any of the content on this channel, you're all legends. So thank you so much for the support. And we, like I say, we're doing this podcast on the monthly basis. So we'll be back again for another monthly show at some point. But the best way to find out when that will be is to basically follow on Twitter, and we will notify you of when it's going to be coming up, or just keeping an eye out and subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and that way you will know when it's going to be scheduled in and all that sort of thing. But yeah, there'll be more content in the meantime, of course. Just on the preview first, and hopefully shortly after that, maybe a sort of top 10, top 15 style indie game roundup of some sort, which I've got in the works. So thank you again, though, guys. I won't waste any more of your time. You've been amazing, and looking forward to all we got in store going forward. Take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. Catch you later.